Okay. It begins. Oh, Pepper. My goodness. Nothing's even happened yet, Pepper, and you're already going crazy. Hang tight. We're starting it up. It's my playlists. YouTube no flags. Ow, Pepper. Okay, I'll let you lick me. Fine. I don't know why she's like this. She's just like this. Ow! That hurts. Look at her. Look at what she's doing to me. That hurts, baby. You good? Ow. Are we good? Put self with chat. Pepper. Here's your pets. Say hello to the duties. Why does it auto white balance? It shouldn't be doing that. Let's see here. Luke is a cool dude. Says, wow, Amanda, you fell off 2 viewers and 1K subs. Dang. Amanda going live when my Tesla hits 31%. What a coincidence. Bobro says, hello first. Hello. My cat Pepper is getting, pet, I guess. Are you good, duties? Let me see if I can adjust my auto. She wants more. Okay. Ow. This is why my cat is such a brat. Okay, what do you want? Do you want pets or do you want me to leave you alone? Okay, I'll leave you alone. Okay. Why are you like this, Pepper? Okay. No more. No more. All right, I'll leave you alone. Why do you want more? What is going on? Look at her. What does she want? What duties? What? Oh. My cat is such a brat. I've just grown to just realize that that's just how my cat is. Bobro says, I am playing Baldur's Gate 3. Try not to be too chaotic today, otherwise I will pick BG3 over you. Dang. You don't like me being chaotic? Why don't you like me being chaotic? We are taking calls. 202-998-5218. Call in. Let's have a discussion. I'm going to start the event on Discord. All right, looks like Daniel's here. Invite to speak. Can he just speak? Let's see. Hey, Daniel, can you hear me?
Hey, I don't think I can hear you.
Of course not. Let me quit Discord real quick. This is not the 1,000 sub special, but we will have that. I think sometime in the weekend. I'm thinking Saturday. Reconnect. All right.
There you go.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Not just on YouTube.
And that just peachy.
Yep.
So how you doing, Daniel?
How are you,
Daniel,
mate?
I have not seen you in forever. I missed you, buddy. Where have you been?
It's been a bit.
Been on Modern Day Debate?
Same here. I mean, I mean, here and there. I've been there too, but I've also been like pretty busy
So I'm going to
with
ask
my
you,
life.
are they defending this killing that happened by the ICE agent killing an
Uh,
innocent American citizen?
can I read you the name of like a channel? It's called Ice is Justified. So yeah, some do. Yeah. Yeah. Also, I mean, it's like it's not going to surprise you knowing that our very good friend and friend of the show, Fireman Bill, is the owner of that VC.
Fireman Bill?
Yeah.
I don't think
yeah.
Fireman Bill has ever given this show a call. Never. Not once.
No, obviously, I was joking, right? He's obviously not a fan of the show. He's like a fascist. So obviously, they're going to fucking love this shit. I was having a conversation earlier with my wife actually about this thing that happened in Minnesota, and I can't understand. I mean, I'm seeing online so many people like defending this thing. Is just extremely unbelievable.
How can you defend it?
I have no idea. It's like
No, you know what though? Straight from
moral,
the gate, you know,
the moral vacuum you need to have in your heart to do that. It's just like, oh my god.
You know what? You know, it was funny. Like, this was like a total shower thought where I was looking at what was very clearly like completely unjustified killing. And I looked at it and I thought to myself, I was sitting there, I was literally in the shower thinking about it. I thought to myself, how could Trump spin this in a way that favors him? And one of the thoughts that I thought was like, oh, this person was actually a bad person. They were like a drug. They're going to dig something up to find out that they were bad for whatever reason, as if that justifies killing them. Or they're probably going to say, oh, it was in self-defense. She tried to run him over. And what happens? The very thing.
Obviously, they're gonna go.
Yeah. Why would they not do that? And so I was like, okay, they're gonna spin it in a way to make it seem like it was something that it most certainly was not.
I mean, her name was Renae Nicole Good. They literally killed Good in America, right? They just murdered Good. And I'm not even kidding. I mean, it's like it's
laugh,
so.
But it's so absurd.
Yeah, they don't care. And it's like whenever like JD Vance comes up and just says, well, actually, it was justified because she was trying to run people over. Like, and again, it's like if you're talking with all the people that knew her, right? And they're saying she was like one of the kindest persons. And it's like, I don't know, man. She was a mom of 3, right? There's literally 3 kids now who don't have a mother anymore. And you know what, Amanda? The motherfucker shot her in the face. They're not even going to be able to see her for a last time because she's not going to be able to have an open casket for anybody to see her face one last time.
That's horrendous.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I watched the like multiple clips because there's like multiple angles of that thing.
Yeah, I want to see if I can take a video. Let's see if I can pull up some video footage here.
They're approaching. Okay. ICE agents just pulling up here.
See,
the vehicle is right there.
Oh, hold on. Let me turn off my music. Let's just take a look at it. Let's watch it. Let's see.
And it happens so fast that it's hard to see what takes place in this particular video, but that is the front angle, and then we have also obtained some video from behind where it happens, but that is the vehicle that belongs to the woman who was killed today. And as Randy said, there were 3 agents in particular surrounding the car. It's unclear why she was parked at an angle in the street, or what was happening in the street at that time. We do know that as they approached her vehicle, one agent told her to get out of the car, and then we see the car start to move, and then we hear the shots.
Where's the actual video? I want to see video footage.
President Trump also viewed the...
Here we go.
You can go from the beginning.
So this is the witnesses shared video. And okay, so hold on. Let's look at that really carefully, right? Let's slow it down. You know, get it down to 0.25 and just really take a look at this. So we have here, there's an ICE officer that appears to be attempting to open the window, open the door. and they are currently, as of right now, reversing, avoiding them opening the door. They have just stopped reversing. I can see the ICE agent appear to be reaching into the car, if what I would assume, attempting to unlock the door.
Yeah, and the guy that shot her, actually, if you look closely, you're gonna see he opens,
okay, so the person that shot them
before she moves.
So the person that shot, I just saw that shot right there. There appears to be a secondary ICE agent officer that is right behind the person who is attempting to open the door, who is openly aiming at what I would presume the driver's side, though you cannot see it in this video. But you could see right here that there is very tiny, what appears to be a man who is holding up. Let me see if I can maximize this.
So there's like another video. If you go on this clip, you can go in the beginning of the clip. There was like a shot from the front, and that's the one they're using to actually justify this fucking murder.
Well, I'd love to take a look at it.
Run over this guy.
We're gonna take a look at it. We're gonna look at all the footage. Let's really empirically just look at what happens, and now that we see what happened. Okay, so they appear to be running. You can observe very clearly this person, the driver, is turning to the right. The other officer appeared to, the one behind the one trying to open the door, is appearing to move backward away from the vehicle as the vehicle is trying to get away. And as this is happening, that is when the fire happens. They pulled out their gun and boom, shot fired right here.
3 shots, and then he reholsters the weapon.
So
clearly he was like in so much danger, right?
Yeah, I mean, were they observing, like, I suppose... Oh boy, sorry.
It's just murder.
We're going to try to get to a point where we can maybe slow this
down.
Yeah, I
mean, so I remember there's actually a very similar situation of, I wish I would have saved this, where there was a security guard at a Lowe's, which is, for those that are not in the United States, Lowe's is like a hardware store. They sell all sorts of like power tools and wood and, similar to a Home Depot. I don't know if you have Home Depot in Romania, do you?
No, we have similar things. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's a Lowe's, L-O-W-E-S.
We have similar stuff.
Yes. Yeah. And they basically had somebody who is going to the Lowe's to pick up pallets and was told to leave the premises by a security guard. And there was a dispute as to whether or not he should have been there versus not have been there. I'm not going to get into that. But as he was trying to get away from the security guard blocked his way to get out, and he tried to kind of leave the premises and he shot him to death. Very, very similar to exactly what needless to say, that security guard got 30 years in jail. So if there's any consistency in the law here, I would assume this ICE agent is 100% should be going to jail. Anyway, let's
show you
but that's
some still shots. But as Randy was saying, we see
take a
all
look
of
here.
the agents standing
so
in the
you said
street,
that there's a front.
nobody on the
there's a
ground.
front video.
Again,
Yeah,
that is
if
the
you go
perspective from
at the
behind.
beginning
Is this it right here?
We've
Is this
watched
it?
That's how
several
they started.
results
No.
of
The
this
beginning
shooting.
of the clip. Just go back. At the beginning of
The beginning?
clip.
Okay.
Yeah, in the beginning, they had like the first thing they showed was like the
Lower
front.
right.
So you see?
And it happens so fast that it's hard
It's
to see.
from the front,
Okay,
and that's
this
the
is
thing
it.
they're trying to use
approaching.
to justify the
agents
murder.
just pulling up here.
Because they're saying
the vehicle
the
is
ICE
right.
agent, she was trying
But they
to
clearly
run him
moved.
over.
They clearly moved out of the way. They didn't look like that
and
they were
he
in the
was
way
one
at all.
being there intentionally.
Okay, this is their
Why was he there
approaching. Okay.
intentionally?
Agents
Like
So
the
the-
whole time.
So let me mute it and we'll turn it down, and then we'll We'll lower the speed down to 0.25 and just really gather what is happening here. So we can see, oh, hold on, pull back. All right, so look, he's already off to the side.
Yeah.
Take a look. Watch.
Yeah, I mean, she wasn't like speeding like super fast. She was like
Yeah,
slowly
so
moving.
right
like
here,
anybody can get out of the way.
All right, and look, check this out. Look at this. I got a new tool. Watch this. So if you look right here, tire is going this way. Tire is also turned, right? Where they're going to be going in this direction. And you could see the foot of the guy here as well as here. He's out of the way. Even from this front angle, even assuming she wasn't turning away, she's clearly not attempting to run the guy over.
Yeah. I mean, it's very clear for anybody that has two eyes and like a brain to look at these things. But, you know, when I said it's irrelevant, Amanda, unfortunately, like even if this guy is going to be convicted, there's somebody in the White House that is going to give him a pardon.
You think?
You know, and it's the same guy that pardoned like criminal offenders and from January 6th.
We're scooting
it's
forward
the same
here.
guy that pardoned
once again,
drunk trafficker, you know.
Without the annotations, without doing anything, you could see clear as day. The car is going to start moving forward here. He is already well out of the way. There is zero chance that this woman is going. You can already see the leg way behind the Honda Pilot. She was not attempting to run this guy over. In fact, she turned away. She actively avoided trying to hurt him. And as she was turning, she was shot. Shot to death.
By the way, there was a doctor that wanted to give her like, you know, like help. They even blocked the doctor.
They blocked the doctor. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So it's premeditated as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, but do you trust Trump not to pardon this guy and make him like to be like a patriot for doing this?
Yeah. No, not only will this ICE agent, right, likely go scot-free after everything is said and done, but he's going to get his own book deal, and he's going to get a nice spot on Fox News. Why would I assume otherwise?
I mean, you shouldn't. That's the problem.
Just completely insane. These people.
I mean, a few months ago, there was like this clip of like another ICE agent who like literally body dropped like a citizen on the ground in a courthouse, right? With all the televisions around him. Do you know what penalty he received for doing that, Amanda? Like 1 day suspension.
Of course.
Like
why would it not be that way?
That's it. Because they don't care.
Why would it not be that way? Of course they're going to do that. Frickin' these people.
I recently
it blows me away how these people can just get away with this sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched the movie Nuremberg, and I think everybody should watch that movie because it kind of shows you. It shows you exactly, you know, how these people think. You know, how people like Trump, like all these fascists that are now in power, Stephen Miller and all that clique. You know, that's just how they're thinking. It's just full narcissism, and they believe they can get away with anything. And you know, I'm telling you, Amanda, it's like if they don't lose power and be punished for everything they've done, America has totally failed. If nothing happens to these people after they lose power, if they're gonna lose power, that just means that America is a failed project. Like nobody is going to give credit to America for anything.
Yeah.
To that. I mean, look at what they're doing to Greenland again, right? It's like they're again trying to talk about Greenland and.
So I was told by others that apparently both American and Boss Clips thinks that this is a terrible situation, and they're actually siding with the driver here.
No idea.
I was told that. I was told that apparently
Yeah, I have
that
no
was
idea.
happening. Which, if they're agreeing with me, there is no justifiable scenario here.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I don't know if American actually is okay with that, but okay, maybe, who knows? But he still wants to vote with Trump. That's for sure.
Anyway,
so what does it matter, right? It's like if you disagree with that, but then you're still voting Trump, how is that any different, Amanda? How does that help?
Anyway, I have some videos. I have some stuff. You know, I collect stuff, you know, once in a while. And I've now created a playlist where I just call it my review for YouTube. All right. So I came across this guy here.
Oh my God. Jesus is my savior. Trump president.
Yeah.
Great. Good start.
Yeah. He should really get into more anime. He's got much better taste in anime. I promise you that. You could see what is the Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I see how the Dragon Ball Z in the background.
Mango piece. You know? By the way, do you like this? The fact that I can draw on stuff now.
No, it's fine. It's like I know the thing. I also use it.
All right. Well, anyway, so I was asked by the Speakeasy podcast if I wanted to debate this person, and specifically what Speakeasy said to me. He said, prompt, Trump is justified in how he has handled the Venezuela situation. You know? Trump is justified in how he has handled the Venezuela. And I don't agree with that at all. Not even a little bit. To me, it's just rank imperialism. What do you think it is?
Yeah, of course it is. I mean, it's so obvious it is. I mean, they're not even hiding it. It's
No.
like they're just saying, oh, that's what it is. It's like we love it. We love imperialism. It's like where in international law does it say that you can abduct the president of another country
president
just because you disagree with the elections? It's like, where does it say international law? No.
Yeah, you
they
can't
just
do
don't
that.
care about anything.
They're sovereign.
Yeah,
they're a
of course
sovereign leader, a sovereign country. And so anyway, I was like, it's about as clear as day in whether or not Trump is justified in how he handled the Venezuela situation. He was not justified. And JS Urban Adventures believed that he was justified. And I'm like, okay, fine. Let's go ahead and have the debate. I was perfectly okay with the idea. So then, as soon as I said yes, I was like, okay, let's do some research on who this guy is, what he believes in. Let's understand his perspective so that way I am prepared for the debate. Not but 5 minutes. 5 minutes into me looking into his stuff do I find this just, well, to call it a gem that's not appropriate. It's more of skeletons in your closet, if you will. Anyway, let's take a look here.
I mean, I'm so fucking curious.
Yeah.
Like,
okay. Seriously, like 5 minutes in, I wasn't even 5 minutes in. This dude said this. Ready? Here we go. Listen.
Foremost, I gotta be very careful how I say things because people are gonna get the wrong perception. They're gonna think that I'm like defending PDF files or something, and they're gonna lose their minds.
Oh,
what are you expecting next?
Oh, I'm expecting him to defend.
What are you expecting here?
Oh,
what do you think he could possibly say? Here we go. All right, here we go.
That's exactly what I'm expecting.
Here it comes. Dude, these people are lol cows.
No, that's not what I'm doing. But the two people who should be held accountable first and foremost are Epstein and Ghislaine. Now, allegedly, Epstein's dead.
Okay.
How he died, questionable. I haven't even watched the footage that they released yet. We're going to watch it today.
Okay,
you guys have probably seen it. I haven't even watched it. I've waited to watch it in the show. But if he's dead and Ghislaine's in jail, those are the two people who should be held accountable first and foremost. From what I understand of the case, from what we know, it wasn't like he was going and kidnapping 8-year-olds from foreign countries and like keeping them locked up in this place. From what I understand, he was going to a high school. He got a high school age girl who did a rub and tug and got $300 for doing a rub and tug.
Wow.
You know, good payday.
So the guy is literally saying, I don't want to look like I'm defending pedophiles. So here I am, like, defending pedophilia.
But he's sitting here. Yeah, like, for starters, he's taking the victims and applying fault to the victims. Let's continue watching. Here, all right.
But the girl was underage. And then she was like, oh, well, this is easy money. And then he said, go.
Does anything about the fact that they are underage ring a bell?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy
It doesn't,
that he doesn't think about
hey,
that.
it doesn't matter if they consent, idiot. They're a minor.
Oh, no. You know what he's doing, Amanda? Do you know what he's doing, Amanda?
He's trying to put blame on the victim. Okay? It's literally, what was she wearing?
It's even better than that.
It's worse than that.
It's even better than that.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's worse than that, because there's like this thing that's going on, especially like in right-wing circles. But not only, but especially in right-wing circles. When it comes to pedophilia, that happens to boys, right? Where they have this like fetish. They say, oh, if this happened to me when I was like 12, I would have been okay with it. I would have even liked it. Right? That's what they're doing. Right? That's exactly what they're doing, right? So they're projecting their own things, right? To these young girls who were coerced. Like, it doesn't matter. It's like, dude,
well, let's continue. Hold on. Let us hear this guy out. Let's see what he has to say.
Oh, no. Recruit some of your friends. And she went and got some of her friends, brought them. Then they ended up...
Wait. Recruit some of the friends and got to... Hold on. Let's go back a little bit. Hold on.
Was underage. And then she was like, oh, well, this is easy money. And then he said, go recruit some of your friends. And she went and got some of her friends, brought them. Then they end up going to live on a tropical paradise.
Bruh.
What?
Epstein's freaking island. You're talking about the victims on Epstein's island. Hey, how do you leave the tropical paradise, douchebag? What?
I mean, you just teleport.
The tropical paradise? I mean, he's acting like that it's like a acting like that it's like it's a cruise or a field trip.
Oh, he would have loved to be there.
I wonder if he would justify it. Like if he was like, if something like this happened to him when he was like 15 or whatever, do you think that he would justify it? That he would be able to hang out with a bunch of cool billionaires that pay them $300 for a rub and tuck? Are these people insane? All right, here we go. Let's keep going. Let's see.
And do rub and tugs for very high pay to rich and powerful men. Now,
$300, high pay.
Yeah, the highest of pays.
The high pay of $300. We're gonna pull you out of your country, take you to some random island on the Philippines, and hopefully you get taken care of. And don't worry, I promise everything will be just fine. Also, zero guarantee that they're ever gonna take you elsewhere.
I get
and it's fine. It's like you're 14. You're gonna have sex with like a 50-year-old, 60-year-old, 70-year-old.
It's fine. It's to this guy, it's totally normal. Here we go. Let's keep going.
They're underage. They can't consent. But we're talking about 15-year-old girls who willingly went to live on a tropical paradise and sleep with rich and powerful men.
It doesn't matter if they're willingly or not. They're 15.
I mean, he doesn't really understand consent, right? Amanda, there's a reason why all the push in America to lower the consent age, right? And the age where you get married to like 15 or 14 is pushed by morons and shitheads like this guy, right? And the conservatives. They're the ones doing it, right? Because they look at those girls and say, he's 15. It's like, man, but I would really like to, but it's against the law, but I would really like to.
It's just completely insane. This is insane. Anyway.
For very large amounts of money. Like, it doesn't sound like torture. That's all I'm saying.
It kind of does sound like torture, though. Being taken to some fucking island. And by the way, they were never told that, oh, by the way, you're going to like jerk off some older man. But even if they were, it wouldn't even matter. None of this matters. You are grabbing children and putting them on a freaking island. I don't care if you're paying them $10,000 of a rub and tug. What the fuck? How is this justification?
Doesn't sound like torture.
No
Now,
idea.
It
all the
doesn't
women get
sound like
Netflix
torture.
specials. We're gonna look at the victim relief
All
fund.
right. So after I had seen this, and dude, this is not 5 minutes into checking his channel. What other stuff am I going to end up finding on this guy's channel?
At this point.
So I
At
said,
this point, I mean, he's at the bottom of the barrel.
so I
right now.
said, yeah, I said to Speakeasy, I sent him a timestamp and the exact spot that I had a problem. Here, no, apparently this gets even worse. Watch, listen.
Which JP Morgan just approved $290 million, I believe, to get paid out to the victims. So these girls did something that, although they could not consent, I get it. They were underage. They can't possibly consent. Their amygdala, their frontal cortex isn't fully formed until they're 24. So we can't hold anybody accountable for anything they do until they're 24 years old. Be consistent with that, people. Nobody's consistent with that. They'll bring it up when it fits their narrative, but they won't be consistent with it. Be consistent with it. If that's the argument, you can't consent until you're 18. Why? Why is this an arbitrary date?
He's now saying that, like, what does he want to do with the age of consent? Like, what am I supposed to think here? Like, what is the implication when he's concerned about the age of consent? Should it be 24, according to him?
Kids get charged as an adult?
Probably.
Sometimes, based off the severity of the crime. We often charge 15-year-olds as adults based on the severity of the crime. Well, going to live in a tropical paradise and giving rub and tugs to rich and powerful men for very large amounts of money seems like a severe incident that I think we can charge them as adults for that.
He wants to take the victims of Epstein's Island, of Epstein, and put them in jail because it is their fault. Okay.
I mean, what were they wearing, Amanda? Do you know what they were wearing?
So I told him.
Maybe that's what got him horny. Yeah.
So I told him, with all due respect, I'm going to have to decline this opponent. He's a fucking pedo defender, and I'm not going to platform a pedo defender. This dude is within the first 5 minutes of me combing his content for his positions. 5 minutes. I didn't even try to comb his content. All I did was I clicked the first fucking video on his channel, and then I clicked like somewhere 20 minutes in, and this is what I heard. I didn't even try. I just picked a random thing out of the haystack, saw it, and was like, wow, that is really bad. I don't think I want to debate him. We're getting a phone call. All right. You're on the line with First Amender.
Hey, it's Donny from Kentucky. I spoke to you on Sunday a little bit.
Hey, Donny.
We talked about housing as a right.
What would you like to talk about?
Well, I think Sunday we was kind of talking past each other a bit because I'm not a libertarian. I'm just a regular old liberal.
Okay.
See, my problem, I don't think that the government shouldn't do anything. I think it gets dangerous when we start requiring, like, you don't have a right to roads. You don't have a right to traffic lights. These are all like programs we can agree on. And I just think that, once you get into fundamental rights, that creates coercion, and it gives you a right to somebody else's labor. And I think that's just a whole dangerous road.
Do you think that we ought to live in a society that takes care of the infirmed?
See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that sounds great, but like I said, once it gets, like, when you say right, do you mean like it's in the Bill of Rights that everybody's guaranteed?
I didn't say anything regarding rights.
Okay. Well, ought we take care, like...
Ought we live in a society that takes care of the infirm?
Morally or legally? Because that's two different things.
Morally.
Yeah, morally, sure.
Okay.
I think
should we frame our laws in such a way that ensures that the infirmed are taken care of?
No.
Why should we have laws? Should we have laws that reflect our morality?
Like if somebody gets hurt, like legally, I have to help them. No. Well, I guess that don't sound good because I guess certain situations.
No, I'm asking, should we have laws that reflect our morality? I asked, should we live in a society that ensures that has laws to ensure we take care of the infirmed, right?
Right.
And you said you said no to that, right? And to where I ask, should we have laws that reflect our morality?
Yeah, I can agree to that and still disagree to the first part.
Okay, I'm asking you, should we have laws that reflect our morality?
It depends. Like,
how so?
Where it's practical and beneficial. Like, I mean, you can't pass a law saying, cancer's illegal now, so nobody's going to get cancer,
Okay,
like,
so if I could show that it is beneficial that we take care of the infirm, then you'd be okay with a law around it?
Like I said, it has to be practical too.
Okay. So if I showed you that it was practical and beneficial to ensure that we take care of the infirmed by law, then you'd be okay with it?
That all depends. That all depends. Like what I'm legally required.
You're now applying a
to
circular understanding. I asked you earlier, should we have laws that reflect our morality? And you said it depends, to where I say, how so? And you said, well, where it is practical and beneficial. And then I said, if I could show you that it is practical and beneficial, then would you be okay with laws to ensure that we take care of the infirmed?
Yeah,
to where you then say it depends. So this is now circular.
Well, no, because I don't even know if that's enough of an answer. Like, if it's practical.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to the question of it depends, right? You said it depends. So should we have laws that reflect our morality? You said it depends, and so I'm asking once again, how so? If it's not where it's practical and beneficial, is there additional criteria required in order for it to reflect our morality?
Yes. So where it's practical, beneficial, and it doesn't require the coercion of others.
Well, then by your very metric, we shouldn't have any laws.
We have a whole liberal constitution that's based on it. So,
but that requires coercion.
No, not in the case I'm talking about.
So in order to have free speech, you basically have to coerce people to ensure the protection of that free speech. By the very metric that it does not require the coercion of others, by your metric, we would not have any laws.
No, what I'm talking about is, I guess, I don't know a good way to say it. Coercion of others, like, you don't have a right to my labor, is, I guess, a better way to say it.
Okay, once again, it comes down to then there wouldn't be any laws, because all laws require somebody to actually work to ensure that law. And you're saying, should we have laws that reflect our morality? You say where it is practical, beneficial, and doesn't require coercion of others. All laws require coercion of others. Therefore, you wouldn't have any laws.
Wait, but there's no law saying that I have to build you a house.
I didn't say anything about that. I'm saying by your lights, there would not be any laws. There wouldn't be a single justifiable law. Do you understand?
Not really.
Okay. When I asked you, should we have laws that reflect our morality? You say it depends.
Maybe
I asked how so. Your response is where it is practical and beneficial and does not require coercion of others. That requires all three of those metrics to be met. I don't believe there is a single law that doesn't require coercion of others. Lots of law, just about every single law requires coercion of others. Therefore, by your metric, we should not have any laws.
So where does this end for you? Like,
well, I start very simply. Should we live in a society that has laws to ensure that we take care of the infirm? The answer to that would be yes. And then we wouldn't have any of those issues, of the further issues you said.
Well, but yes, but so does that mean, like, let's say, I don't know, somebody's got a fever. Are you required to let them stay at your house?
No.
I mean, should you be?
No, but if a person is infirmed and they're a dependent, then yeah, you're required to take care of them.
But under your system, you would be legally required to take them in, right?
No.
Well, I don't understand why not.
If they're a dependent, you would be required to take care of them, but you're not dependent on that person. Like you're not due to take care of every human being on planet Earth. But I do believe that we should have taxes that coerces people out of their money. So that way, when you become infirmed, that you have a way to take care of yourself.
Yeah, but nobody right now has a legal right to be taken care of.
Yes, we do. It's called Social Security. We do have that. It's called Social Security.
But that's not a right. That's just something that we've all agreed upon.
So that's a thing that is a law that passed to ensure that we take care, that we ensure the infirmed are taken care of. Medicare and Medicaid are very good examples of that.
No, but they're not. We don't.
They are. It's literal instances where society is taking care of the infirmed. You said that we should not live in a society that has laws to ensure that we take care of the infirmed. And I'm trying to understand why we shouldn't have laws that reflect our morality. You say it depends. And then I come back and I ask you where it's practical, beneficial, and doesn't require coercion of others. By your very metric, there would be no laws.
But that's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying. I think we're having two different conversations here. I'm not against Medicaid or Social Security. Now, if
you're not, hold on.
Wrong,
if you're not,
just let me finish one thing. Here, okay? I would be against if, like, let's say AOC come along and was like, I'm going to amend the Constitution to where everyone has a right to a house. That's where I have a problem. Okay. Or everyone has a right when they're elderly to live in a quality house and have their meals paid for. That's where I have a problem.
So you're contradicting yourself.
No,
you said, I asked you, should we live in a society that has laws to ensure that take care of the infirmed? You said no.
Well, but
And then you say, I am not against Medicaid or Social Security. Medicaid and Social Security is literally laws ensuring we take care of the infirmed. So should we live in a society where we take care of the infirmed, or are you against Medicaid and Social Security?
No, we're talking two different things.
Nope, that's the same thing. Those are literal laws that are designed to ensure we take care of the infirmed. And you said you do not want to live in a society that has laws to ensure you take care of the infirmed. You cannot say that and then also say you are not against Medicaid or Social Security. You're contradicting yourself.
No, I'm not, because you're talking
about
laws. I'm talking about rights.
Again, I said, should we live in a society that I didn't say anything about rights. I said, should we live in a society that has laws to ensure we take care of the infirmed? Is that a yes or no for you now?
Yeah, I'm totally fine with the law.
Okay, you are okay with the idea that of living in a society that has laws to ensure we take care of the infirm. The answer is yes to that now.
Yeah, like I don't have to as long as I don't have to destroy my life, you know, we're not all equally poor.
Yeah. Well, I believe that one day you're going to get old. One day you will get old. And one day you will not be able to take care of yourself. To which case it requires typically people that are much younger than you, as well as educated, to be able to take care of somebody as old as you. In order for somebody to get educated, they likely had to go through a K through 12 program and then subsequently thereafter seek higher education. In order for them to do that, however, they need to have like a system that enables them to do that to begin with. For example, you're not allowed to take your child and lock them in a basement somewhere and not teach them how to read and write. That's child abuse. You're required to school them in some way, shape, or form, so that way that they can live a fulfilling life. There's also the existence of roads that is essential for defense spending as well as spending for people to get from point A to point B. This way, people can go through their K through 12 education. They can then pursue higher education. They then become a phlebotomist or a nurse or whatever. And then there you are, old as shit, unable to take care of yourself. And guess who's there to help you out?
Yeah, Social Security and Medicaid. I'm not arguing against.
No. The nurse. The nurse.
Wait. No, you're having
the nurse.
I'm not a libertarian.
Then why are you arguing this?
I'm arguing because it shouldn't be a right. And this is what I'm telling you. Woke and liberal is different.
What is a right to you?
You're going to have to, eventually, if you keep talking on YouTube, you will eventually have to pick a path because I don't think you being a capitalist is going to work.
What is a right to you?
A right you would find in the Bill of Rights. A right you would find in the Constitution. Those are rights. That's your God-given rights from country. Laws and everything else, Social Security, Medicaid, a good government program that works, like I said, it's beneficial, it's non-coercive, it's not going to destroy more lives than it helps. Sign me up all day. But what I'm talking about is once you start guaranteeing stuff as a right, that's when it gets dangerous.
Is a right to life a right?
I don't know what you mean. I tell you, if you want to know what I believe, it's just what we have now.
You don't know if a right to life is a right?
I think Western liberalism works.
The right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, you don't know if that's a right?
Right. But this is what I'm trying to
Is the right to life a right?
Woke and liberal is way different.
I'm breaking
So do you think, let me ask you this.
Is the right to life a right?
He is a liberal after all.
Yeah, sure. I mean.
Okay.
Are you having an abortion argument with me now?
No, I'm asking you, do the infirmed have a right to life?
Like, I don't know what you're getting at. Just talk
I'm asking you, do the infirmed have a right to life?
No, you're trying to get me in some kind of logic tree, and I'm just trying to have a conversation.
No, I'm trying. This is the conversation. I think it's really important to really think about what it means to have a right to life. What does it mean exactly? We've already come to the conclusion. We both agree that we ought to live in a society that takes care of the infirmed, and that we should live in a society that has laws to ensure that we take care of the infirmed. You believe in both of those things. And so I'm asking you, is the right to life a right? You say yes. I then respond, does the infirmed have a right to life?
But see, I don't know where you're going with it. I feel like you're trying to get me in some kind of logic tree. Like I'll probably have to come back to you on that one because I just don't know where you're going with it, and it's going to be
okay. Well, I'll tell you what, right?
If it ends up,
I believe that the infirmed. I'll help you out, right? This is what I believe. I'll tell you what I believe. I believe that the infirmed have a right to life, And because the infirmed need help, what we do is we frame laws in such a way where the infirmed get taken care of. See?
Right, but the thing is like, who decides what level of help is like? That's what I'm saying. Like, if you have a law,
Is it the
like,
pursuance of life, liberty,
that,
pursuance of happiness, property, these things?
We know that 80% of elderly people lived in poverty before Social Security and Medicaid. We know that.
Yeah.
This is something that's proven to be effective.
Yeah, because they can't work.
Right. Like,
yeah, they're old and infirm.
But that's a whole different thing than, let's add an amendment to the Constitution.
I don't need to have an amendment to the Constitution. I could just simply have laws that ensure we take care of the infirmed. We as a society work together to ensure that you are not destitute by the time you're very old and can't help yourself.
Well, see, now you're sounding like a lib.
Well, I am a woke liberal,
I thought you were supposed to be woke.
Yeah, I am woke.
Well, then you should this should be a right. Right?
You're the one that's fighting against whether or not it should be a right.
Do you think that we should amend the Constitution to, how would you write it?
What? I don't need to change the Constitution. I can just have laws to do it. I don't need I could work well within the Constitution. There's lots of things that are written in law that are not in the Constitution.
Yeah, but that's boring liberal talk. I need
what?
Woke. I'm telling you, woke and liberal is different.
All right, so I'm going to go back to the question because I'm going to go back to the question because you didn't answer it, right? Do the infirmed have a right to life?
I mean, sure. Of course, anybody's going to say yes to that. But
fabulous.
That's what.
So then we should probably have laws that take care of the infirmed, and that would actually be wholly compatible with your idea of rights.
Well, but, just like when we talk about anything, it's all about trade-offs. Like, like, let's say, like, if I told you you could save 30,000 lives a year, would you say we should do that without asking how?
It depends on what it's doing.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't just blindly sign up for that? You don't think people have a right to life?
Of course they have a right to life.
That's what I'm saying. It's all chaos. Like,
what's chaos? I don't understand.
It's all trade-offs.
What is?
Well, like anything, so should the elderly be provided for?
Yes.
Okay, well, how much should we give them?
Well, I think that's determined by the Medicare office. Social Security.
I mean, shouldn't I have
Medicare, Medicaid? It's good stuff. I love it.
Yeah, I do too. But I don't know. I was going to make a point, but I kind of lost it.
No, you're good. So I've always thought that when it comes to societies in general, I want people to be able to pursue the things they find valuable to the highest degree. And there comes a point in your life where you cannot take care of yourself and you need the help of others, in which case I'm perfectly okay with an entire society framed around ensuring that we take care of people that cannot help themselves because we are a compassionate society. We don't just let people die just because they're old.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. I don't think you could just legally require something and then it just wills it into being. That has to be organized and done.
Yeah, like taxes and the entire government mechanism. The entire United States government is now completely justified.
Well, but what I'm saying is like, I just don't know how efficient a mechanism that is. Like, what do you?
Well,
think
I mean, if you
government
want to
does
talk
really
about the
well?
healthcare system and how what a fucking nightmare that shit is, I'd be more than happy to talk about that with you. I would like there to be a single payer system where a person is signed on to the healthcare to an insurance agency at birth. Like as soon as you're born, you're already entered into a social contract within your state or a contract within your state to be signed up to a specific insurance company, and insurance companies cannot deny you your claims.
I'm not necessarily. I don't know. I could talk myself in and out of like.
This would actually cost less than taxes. You know, it really would. Because the insurance company would be heavily regulated by the government, and the government would insure as many customers as possible for the insurance company, ensuring that the opportunities of scale can actually be met.
I'd be a lot more sellable on that than I would be like government housing or anything of that nature. But what are your thoughts on like rent control?
I think rent control is great on areas that are too expensive.
No way.
Yeah.
So you know rent control makes the prices go up.
No,
Unless
it
you're
literally
living
does
in-
the exact opposite of that.
No, unless you're living in a rent control apartment, it does not. Nobody will disagree with me on this. It's like I don't know if you're familiar with Donny and you know what he's trying to do in New York.
Are you making the argument that housing becomes more expensive by decreasing housing supply?
Well, it's not just that, like, because even these people that are proponents of it know it. Like,
how does rent
Donny,
control make housing more expensive?
It limits the supply. I mean, you can just see this. Like, I can give you particular examples. Like, look at Google right now, St. Paul.
Okay, so why not just build more houses from the government?
Or why not just build more houses? Period. Like,
yeah, you just build more houses. Like, who cares? Like, honestly, like building more houses is a great idea. That or even better, make laws that prevent multinational corporations from gobbling up these houses. If you want to own one of the houses, you actually have to live in the house.
Yeah, but that's like a small percentage. This is something I've looked into.
That's about 20% of houses.
Are you familiar with Ezra Klein?
No.
He used to be a speechwriter for Obama, but he just wrote a book called Abundance.
Ezra Klein.
I really suggest you read it because
it's the shittiest thing possible. Abundance
explains like why rents are out of control right now.
Daniel doesn't seem to like the book
it's
Abundance.
Literally neocon politics. If this guy likes abundance, he's just a neocon. Like literally,
he's calling you a neocon. I don't know much about the book Abundance. I haven't read it yet.
Ezra Klein, he's just an adorable liberal.
Well, so if I'm talking about that it limits supply, and my response is, okay, well then government can just build houses.
Yeah, but they've never done that like effectively or efficiency. You know who's the biggest?
That's not true. Russia was actually very successful at doing this. They did exactly that, and everybody was housed.
No, they had like 20%. I actually
literally everybody was housed. I'm not even kidding. Like, out of all of the things that Russia did wrong in the USSR, and trust me, they did a lot of things wrong, the one thing they did do right is housing. They did get everybody housed.
No, you need to look more into this, because the Khrushchevs, you would sometimes have to live 2 or 3 families to an apartment. There was 10, 20-year waiting lists. And the homeless population per capita was higher than it was in the United States.
I'm not arguing that there weren't like cramped apartments or that it wasn't ideal. I'm simply saying that they did get everybody housed. They did.
No, but they didn't though. They
did.
had more homeless people than we did at the
time.
Wrong.
That's not true.
Factually right. They did not.
That is not true. That is not true.
It just is. Like, I know even the Stalinistas and the Khrushcheviks or whatever they lived in, like, they did a little better under Khrushchev.
As somebody born in that world, he's just wrong.
But they were like, there were still 10, 20 years waiting lists. And like I said, you're living 2 or 3 families to a house that are total strangers.
All right. Yeah.
That is also not true.
This is not anything.
So this
that we
is
can model
Soviet
or
Russia, homelessness in Russia. By 1922, there were at least 7 million homeless children in Russia as a result of nearly a decade in devastation from World War I and after the Russian Civil War. This led to the creation of many orphanages. By the 1930s, the USSR declared the abolition of homelessness, and every citizen was obliged to have a propritska, a place of permanent residency. Nobody could be stripped of propritska without substitution or refuse it without being confirmed permission, calling it an order to register in another place. If someone wanted to move to another city or expanding their living area, they had to find a partner who wanted to mutually exchange the flats. The right for shelter was secured in the Soviet Constitution. Not having permanent residency was legally considered a crime. There was also virtually no empty and unused apartment in the cities. Any flat where nobody was registered was immediately lent by the state at a symbolic price to others who needed better living conditions. If a person who had permanent registration could not pay for the shelter, nobody had a right to evict them, only demand money through court. However, this did not put an end to homelessness in the USSR. Soviet journalist Alexei Lebedev, after living in a vagrant community in Moscow, stated that there were hundreds of thousands of homelessness in the USSR, and the homeless community's presence was becoming more noticeable in the later years of the USSR. After 1957, the USSR built 2.2 million units every year. Due to the institution of basic housing rent, rent only made up 5% of a family's monthly budget, although in Moscow, the average family only spent 3% of their budget on rent.
Right, and this is not even talking about the millions they sent to the gulag. Like,
I'm not arguing. Listen, I'm not saying that the Soviets. I'm not saying that the Soviets did things right. I'm not saying that.
No,
I'm saying the Soviets got one thing right, and it was making sure everybody was housed, and they did. That was true.
No, but that wasn't true, dude.
That was true.
This is going off Soviet numbers. You could look at a ton of stuff. I won't get hung up. I'll say, okay, let's say if that's true, should we model their example?
Yeah, we look at areas of success and then model our societies around that.
Well,
and by the way,
well,
right,
but
GDP per capita in the United States, much higher in the United States than it is in Russia. Yet Russia was capable of pulling it off. Why can't the United States pull it off? You said earlier, I said, how does rent control make housing more expensive? You said it limits supply. And then I said, okay, great. Let's have government build the houses then. Now what?
Yeah, but they didn't solve the problem. Like,
okay, I'm saying I'm answering your question, your concern about limiting the supply. You could just have government build more houses. No problem.
But
that way you can have rent control and cheap housing.
No, but my argument is it's always a nightmare when they do. Like,
when what I'm saying was never attempted in the United States.
Let me ask you this. Would you trade the system that we have now for the Soviet system?
No.
Dude, what are we talking about?
Well, because I'm talking about specifically regarding housing, not changing out the entire system.
They had homelessness solved. You can cure homelessness right now.
Yeah, we could.
We
just choose not to.
Not do that.
Again, I'm not interested in changing the entire system. I'm simply saying, hey, let's change the system regarding housing.
No, but if that system worked better, why don't we switch to it?
Because we are a capitalist system that looks to make profit out of people's living conditions.
That's why
there's a lot of money behind this. There's zero reason to make a rent-to-own housing.
No, I'm asking why you support it. Well, here, let's get.
Well, because then people would live in a house. People would get to live in a place that they call their own and not simply make money off of it. It's their house.
No, I'm asking
the number one expense in the United States between every individual that's probably listening to this is hands down their rent. There are so many millennials my age and Gen Zers and Gen Alpha that will not be able to afford a house.
And this is
So they're
why
kind of
I
just
think-
kind of stuck in like a weird rent loop where they're often paying more in rent than what their mortgage would cost. And yet they receive no equity for this. They don't ever actually build them, are incapable of building up their equity and therefore their wealth, resulting in an endless supply of poverty here. So my goal is, hey, we could do rent control to ensure that housing isn't as expensive. And then your answer is, well, the problem is it limits supply. Great. Government, build some houses.
No, that's not just my only problem. Do you know who the biggest slumlord in New York City is? I think something like 80% of the houses were, I guess, unsafe or unlivable.
Well, rent controls don't help slumlords. Rent controls hurt slumlords.
As a slumlord is somebody that leaves their apartment in disrepair, unlivable conditions. Do you know who the biggest slumlord in New York City is?
Is it the city of New York?
Yes, it is. That's
okay.
Correct. But what I think we should model our system after is Austin, Texas, who is, despite being a growing city, now has rents lower than what it was pre-pandemic.
Do they?
Yeah, that's a fact.
So what is the rent in Austin, Texas?
Well, look at Minneapolis, who has, like, I would even say borderline woke mayor who didn't go the way of rent control versus St. Paul, who did go the way of rent control, which they've had to backpedal on a lot of it now. But, I mean, this is just a failed policy. And, like, if you get further enough up in woke circles, what they'll tell you is like, it's...
so if they just don't have rent control, then the housing cost would be cheaper.
You would think that, but overall it's raised. Now, if you're in a rent
no, I'm saying if we just didn't
yeah.
have rent control, then the housing would be cheaper.
Yeah, because it wouldn't limit. We know that for a fact. That's not like
I don't see how that's possible.
Versus St. Paul.
I as of right now, I have no idea how you get to that conclusion. Rent control, the purpose of rent control is specifically to reduce the cost of rent. So if the rent, say, is $2,000 a month, they lower it down to $1,200. And you're saying it becomes more expensive because the people won't want to build new apartments. That's kind of true. But what I would say is, okay, fine, great. Government, build some houses. Done. Problem solved. I just fixed it.
That's what they tried.
And by the way,
St. Paul, they tried that.
So no rent control would actually help slumlords, because slumlords can ratchet up their prices and oftentimes collude with one another in order to ratchet up their prices even further.
No, this doesn't happen.
That does happen. Plus, investment properties know that they can make some money off of it, so they buy out the properties and then increase the rent further.
Right now, Mom Donny is trying to block a bankruptcy sale, and this is Zorhan Mondani, which I'm sure you can agree is a big rent control proponent.
He is a big rent control proponent.
In his lawsuit that he filed against it, he said the building is not valued at that price because rent control causes them not to be able to make the repairs necessary.
I really just don't understand your, and I'm getting some comments here saying rent control causes landlords to stop renting. No rent control increases supply, which lowers prices. Rent control does not cause landlords to stop renting. They're going to get whatever money that they can get out of it, which means that they're going to rent out their properties instead of just sitting on something that ends up costing them property tax. They're going to charge whatever they can get away with. No rent control increases supply, which lowers prices. No, having no rent control, while it could increase supply, it also increases prices. So again, wrong about that. Don't worry, folks. BlackRock will fix it.
No, I'm not for BlackRock or anything.
Do you see my point? Like, come on, man. Like, obviously, the private market creating a market for where people live hasn't exactly resulted in things being a lot easier for people. In fact, it's by far the most expensive thing that ends up, and all of this money just goes back to the banks. That's all that happens. It's not like that it's like circulated in the economy. It's just basically a sunk cost.
So why wouldn't you be against outlawing private property altogether and just have the government run all of it?
I didn't say to outlaw private property. I'm okay with private property.
No, why would you? Why would
I'm saying there's like a level.
Like,
there's like a limit that I would have. You know?
But like what in your mind? What's the problem of private property that we?
Nothing's wrong with private property. I'm perfectly okay with private property. I just don't want a giant multinational corporation to purchase 1,000 lots so that way one asshole can make money off of the 1,000 lots.
Hold on. Let's see what percentage. I don't think that happens that much, but actually, and I don't like Trump at all, but he is talking about banning that. But what percentage of American homes? See,
I love how
in
this
my mind,
so-called liberal
the
is
entire
against
problem
regulation.
is every time we come at housing, we never come at it from the supply side. Are you familiar with the term NIMBY? Not in my backyard.
Yeah, I do know about NIMBY. Yeah, and I'm against NIMBYism.
Yeah,
I'm a
so
YIMBYist.
Typically what happens when, a lot of people will agree, hey, the government needs to build projects, or they need to build new homes here, or they need to do this. But what happens is homeowners will block it. And, yeah, that's great, but just build it somewhere else. But they don't just cause problems. I'm talking about government.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Leftists that argue NIMBYism is bullshit, and it's also classist as fuck. And I'd be much more in favor of YIMBYism, as in yes in my backyard.
Yes, that's consider me a YIMBY. But like I said, I think that would fix everything. And housing prices are down in Austin.
Yeah.
But hold on, let's see what percentage of homes are owned by BlackRock, and then I guess I'll let you go. Because I don't know this. It's 0.08%.
Yep. So I'm getting to say Austin rents have dropped recently in their pandemic highs, helped by lots of new housing, but it doesn't mean rents are low compared to pre-pandemic levels. They are still higher than before 2020. And the drop reflects a market correction, supply with outpaced demand, not a long-term collapse.
Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, but like if you pull up the little graph, like
that's literally not what he said.
They're doing a whole lot better than like San Francisco.
Well, yeah, because of NIMBYism. And I agree with you. We should not have NIMBYism. We need to have YIMBYism.
Yeah. Well, but it's not just that. It's the rent control, too.
No, it's not because of rent control. Rent control physically lowers the prices of housing. There isn't rent control is there actually, you know what? Let's pull that up. Is there rent control in San Francisco?
And I can tell you, I could almost get behind like some rent control, but I think it should be income based. Like there's millionaires in New York living in rent controlled apartments. Like it's disgusting. But like if you look at somebody like Sia Weaver or any people like that are really into rent control, they know what it does. What they want to do is create a reliable voting block.
It's also kind of like a bit of a it's also a bit of like a, I feel like it's a bit of survivorship bias. I would imagine if things were super expensive, then people likely implement rent control. It's kind of like where people, like when they're fat, they drink Diet Coke. And so a lot of people like incorrectly infer that the reason why they're fat is because they're drinking Diet Coke. But in reality, it's probably they're drinking Diet Coke because they're fat. So I would imagine if things are expensive, they would implement rent control. Like they're trying to curb the problem.
Okay, well, We'll watch and see what happens in New York, but I'm telling you, it's not going to be good.
I think it'll be great. I'm
Well,
looking
if you
forward
look
to
at
it.
if you look at St. Paul, they had some of the most expansive rent control in the country, and they had to roll it all back.
Where was this?
I'm saying St. Paul. What's the Twin Cities? That's
Twin Cities.
yeah. Is it? Hold on.
Are you talking about Minneapolis, St. Paul?
Yeah, I think so.
What about Minneapolis, St. Paul?
Yeah, it's Minneapolis and St. Paul. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. You could look at rent control right there. Hold on.
I can tell you what happened, Amanda. So
What
they
happened,
had
Dan?
rent control.
Hold on.
And
Daniel's
what
talking.
happened, like a lot of developers, is
Okay.
like stopped building because they said, oh, it's like I'm not going to build because there's going to be rent control and I don't want to whatever. And then like some of the owners started to evict people, right, from their buildings, which again is like if you also make that illegal, it's like you're not going to have a problem anymore, right? And again, it's like it didn't like the St. Paul thing didn't like entirely fail. It just had like some backlash and was just like reduced by a bit. So it's not like a total failure the way this guy is actually describing it. He
Yeah.
clearly doesn't know jack shit about it, but he's a talking point that he heard from Ezra Klein probably.
Yeah, I mean, I could see, for example, where rent control would not work. Obviously, I would look for instances of rent control where it would work. I mean, if you have a sudden drop in apartment construction by 80%, then I would go, okay, well then government needs to step in and help with construction.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Man. Well, but why didn't they just do that in St. Paul? You got like some of the
I don't know.
most
Good
government
question. I don't know.
people ever.
I don't know.
Because they're. It's the same reason San Francisco's in California.
By the way, the city looked at this problem and then they significantly rolled back the ordinance by exempting newer buildings built after 2004, extending exemptions for future developments to encourage housing supply. So it's like they saw the problem and then they fixed it.
Okay. But like I say, like, you know, why didn't they just tell the government to build houses? Like, they're not efficient at it. Like, it's
What?
the same reason.
Government
like,
can be very
California's
efficient
like
at building houses. What do you mean?
Where at? Oh, the Soviet Union.
All over the country?
No, America.
America.
Literally in
like
America.
all
the
of
government
America.
is the easiest here. All over America. What the fuck is the guy doing?
Oh,
Is he living
but
in
the
another country
government-
or something?
I don't know. I don't know where he's living.
Do you live in a government-built house?
No, I don't.
Do you know anybody that lives in a government-built house?
Yes. Do you have any idea how much subsidies are put into building houses in the United States? It's insane.
Subsidy is not the government doing it.
What? That's literally the government fronting the money for people to build houses. What do you mean? That's a government house.
Well, that's why I say we're having two different conversations. 'Cause I'm talking about the
right,
government.
Donnie.
Like the government creates a department of I'm going to build your house.
We've been going for about 44 minutes, 45 minutes or so, but I appreciate you calling in.
Yeah, I'll call back later.
You have a great day. Bye-bye.
You too.
All right.
Oh man, I just love these people that say, "Oh, I'm just a liberal," but then he's against any government regulation. It's like, how the fuck? Are
Well,
you
but
liberal
no,
in
he
that
was.
case? It's
I
like
got
you
him to
just- you're not.
concede that he was okay with taking care of the infirmed and having laws that reflect taking care of the infirmed. So he was willing. I just think he needs to think about it more. I think if he thinks about it
By the
more,
way,
he would
Amanda,
probably agree.
Regarding his last point, is like, oh, the government is so inefficient, right? If you go back to the 1950s, right, the government actually was built 53% of all occupied units, right, in 1950s, right? Like the highest proportion, and people were living pretty decent, right, in the 1950s, right? Like the 50s, the 60s were like the era where everybody wants to go back to, where everybody could live on one.
Yeah, and there were
salary,
tons
right?
and
Like,
tons of government subsidies on housing.
Exactly.
And oftentimes people that were willing to build the houses, those were the ones that were effectively building houses for free. Like it didn't cost them a dime to build their own houses. It was entirely on the government dole that housing was being built at a massive scale. You're on the line with First Amender.
Hey, good evening, First Amenders. Bumpy.
Hi, Bumpy. What you want to talk about?
How you doing? I want to say hello to the other gentleman. I believe I heard you say his name is Daniel.
Yep.
I just want to say hi to Daniel. When I first tuned in, I thought Daniel was a caller. So
no, he's my co-host for my Thursday shows.
Know.
He's good for he's good for furniture. He's a good mantelpiece. You could see him. I'm messing with you, Daniel. I'm sorry. He's a good Daniel. He's good for filling the air. He's good for filling the air.
So a quick suggestion on my part, please do whatever you want, but maybe have like a little symbol when you're on a call and a little symbol when you're taking calls. Just a thought.
Okay.
So what I wanted to talk about is, despite how terribly unfortunate it was, the shooting of, I believe her name is Renae Good, if I'm correct, rest in peace. That as tragic as it was, unfortunately, it was justifiable.
All right. Why don't you help me out?
Well, I believe that there was no deadly action taken to Miss or Mrs. Good while she was parked, while she was in neutral, while she was in reverse. And it was only when her vehicle was unfortunately traveling towards a law enforcement officer that individual felt they were forced to fire.
What if I told you that individual was on the side of the vehicle, who was behind the person who was trying to open the vehicle, and she had specifically turned the vehicle away from that gentleman to not hit him?
Well, I would say that from the videos that I have seen, I cannot ascertain that the individual...
We ascertained that early into this debate, but if you want, are you on Discord?
No, I'm sorry. No,
okay.
I tend to social media. I'm just a YouTube.
I can go over it one more time. But just FYI, the YouTube will be roughly about 10 or 12 seconds behind. But I will be glad to show you exactly what happened. And you tell me if I'm wrong.
Sure. I'm willing to do that if you are. Absolutely.
Sure. Give me 1 second. I have to find it.
Excuse the delay, everybody.
Yeah, there's a bit of a delay. It'll take a little bit for me to collect it. Where the hell is this fucking video? I thought I had it played. There it is. All right. So, and we're going to go over it really, really slow. So it is about as obvious as it possibly can be.
Okay, I will unfortunately not be able to offer much because I'm on the delay while you're doing it live.
That's fine.
But
that's fine.
Go through
so, and yeah. I'll go over the notes so you can see it, and we'll go over both videos so you can see it yourself. Okay.
Fair point.
So, and I'm going to slow it down. Playback speed will be set to 0.25. So I am observing what appears to be a car that is leaving a frame, and then a sudden turn of the camera to then veer off towards the end where there is a large tree in the way. And then we can observe towards the right what there appears to be an officer that is behind a silver Chevy vehicle, and the Honda Pilot in question just behind. And so if we just zoom forward just a little bit, you can see that there is a clear move out the way motion that is done by the officer. with the Honda Pilot veering off. Before, of course, the person even moves out the way, you can see the exact placement, and I'll just show it right here. The exact placement of the driver as well as the tire of the vehicle. Let me provide this here. So you could see here is your tire and here are the feet. You could see very clearly the feet very much behind based on the perspective of the tire itself. So look at it very closely. Tire, feet, and you could see tire is turning this way. And you could see that they are clearly taking off. And somewhere around here, the firing was performed. Let's see.
Okay.
One more time. You could see, boom, move out the way. Clearly not hitting him at all. And let's go ahead and get the secondary angle of that where we can see it again. And we're going to do it same speed, same amount of rigor. So here we have the lady backing up, not wanting to get... Now, notice that the person that fires is actually not the person trying to get in, but rather the person behind him. It's very difficult to see, but you could see them, their head poking out right here or so. So then they go forward and then a fire. And then as you can see, turning away, you could see the tire is clearly having moved away. It had very clearly turned to avoid hitting that driver or hitting that officer, and he shot. So no, empirically, she did not try to hit him. Empirically.
Well, I don't think I agree with you. I don't think she tried to hit him, but I do think he felt threatened that he was going to be hit by an individual.
Well,
so
the tires are turning away. What presumption would I have that he's going to, do you believe that it is reasonable to assume that you're going to get hit with a car with the tire turned away from you?
Because the individual can't see the tires. So
you can't see the tires in front of a car. You can't see the turning of the tires and the fact that you see literally half the tire as it's poking out of the vehicle. You can't see that. You're telling me you can't see that.
Not when your focus is on the driver that you're ordering out
All right.
of the vehicle.
Well, what about the part
the
that they are angling away? Have you ever walked past a car as they are driving and you seem to even as they're moving, you casually walk past them because you know it's impossible that they're going to be able to hit you? Okay,
but can you follow my logic for a second? This officer that shot, he started on the passenger side of the vehicle. Are you agree with me? And then he walked towards the front of the vehicle.
No,
and
that didn't happen.
Cycling all the way across.
No, that didn't happen. He was on the driver's side and then moved out of the way.
Okay, but go back.
And the driver actively avoided hitting this person.
Okay, but go
once
back
again, one more time.
Before.
One more time. We're going to show it one more time so you can see it. Everybody can see it. It's not the person trying to open it. It's the guy behind here. And you can see that they are trying to drive off. And then the turn, he pulls out his gun and then he moves out of the way. They're leaving. Boom, fire. You can see it right there.
You're showing the same replay because I'm on the delay. I'm assuming you're showing the same replay. If that is the case, please notice that the officer moves away from the vehicle at the same exact rate that the vehicle moves forward, as if though the vehicle
and they're turning away. They're clearly not trying to hit him.
Yeah, but how could he match the exact speed of the vehicle lurching forward unless that vehicle were pushing him in that direction? The guy moves.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
When the vehicle initially lurches forward from a stop, you will notice that the officer moves at the same exact speed.
Why would he be there to begin with, right? Why did he stand in front of the vehicle to get him to prevent them from leaving?
I mean, does it matter where an individual stands in performance?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, there was an incident regarding a security officer that prevented somebody from leaving, and when they were trying to leave and escaped, he ended up shooting that person. That guy got 30 to 40 years. He's in jail for the rest of his life because of blocking a vehicle. The fact that this ICE officer is blocking the vehicle is a very good example, and this person clearly made a conceited effort to not hit this officer.
No, a conceded effort to not hit the officer would be not to travel in the direction of the officer.
They didn't travel in the direction of the officer. We see the video.
While they were in reverse, nothing
They
happened.
did not travel in the direction. All right. Okay. We could see the tires moving away. I showed you the video. I need you to acknowledge they clearly did not go in the direction of the officer.
Except that the officer doesn't know that because they can't see the tires from their vantage point.
Again, they are turning away. You can literally see the vehicle turning as they're going forward.
And then you see the individual moving at the same rate as the vehicle is because the car is literally pushing him.
How is he pushing? The car is not pushing him. He moved out of the way.
The video.
Dude, do you not see this video? Like, do you not observe it?
I don't understand how you don't see it. The video that you replayed, if you go to the moment,
there is zero attempt to run over that officer. If you're being intellectually honest with yourself, there is zero attempt to run over to run over that officer. Zero.
Okay, would you allow me?
If they wanted to run over the officer, wouldn't they turn the car left and not right?
I don't think they were trying to run over the officer. I think they were trying to.
They were trying to avoid. They were trying to escape. This was a fucking. By the way, this wasn't even an illegal immigrant. This was a white American citizen.
Would it have been okay if it was an illegal immigrant?
No, it wouldn't have been okay if it was an illegal immigrant, a white American citizen, or any of it. It's completely unjustifiable. But here you are saying it's justified. Explain to me how it is justified. We've just gone over multiple angles of footage. I genuinely do not understand how you can have this position.
Because the vehicle traveled towards the officer. While it was in reverse, nothing happened.
They did not travel. They once again did not travel towards the officer. That didn't happen.
Unfortunately, Mrs. Good made a fateful error in putting it in drive and heading in the direction of an officer.
Away from the officer. They literally were moving away from the officer. They made a conceited effort to go away from the officer.
If you play your video that you showed me, you will see the officer gets pushed by the vehicle.
I wish I could add Daniel to calls. I really wish I could. It would be amazing.
I'm not saying he gets injured, but you play your replay again.
I played it multiple times. It's as clear as day.
Just show it one more time with what I said, that there's an individual, an officer, in front of the vehicle, and that the moment the vehicle begins to move forward, you will see that
they're backing up. There appears to be a man who appears to be an ICE agent who is pulling at the handle and then appears to be reaching inside the vehicle at the same time. They had the vehicle is currently reversing, and then they stop. They are clearly putting the car in drive. You can see along the corner, there appears to be another officer just behind the officer who is attempting to go inside from the camera angle's perspective. And then you could see the driver immediately turning to the right to avoid hitting the officer at the corner, to where the officer at the corner has just pulled his gun out of his holster. Then he pulled his gun out of his holster, aiming at them as the car is then driving forward, turning towards the right. Then the car is fired upon straight from the window as the Honda Pilot was avoiding him the entire time. That's what I see. And I just played it. And I didn't play it for the audience. Let's do it one more time. Here we go. Ready? So we have here one more time. You've got the man who is trying to open the door. They appear to be reaching inside the Honda Pilot. They're also pulling at the handle, which is apparently locked. The car is currently in reverse. They are backing out, and you can see that the car is clearly, the steering wheel is turned to the left, and then the car is now stopped, and the reverse lights just turned off, which would mean likely the car is either in neutral, in park, or in drive. It is safe to presume that they are likely in drive here. They had just released the brakes, and the ICE agent is currently reaching inside the car while also with their hand on the handle. And there appears to be what appears to be a cop, or I'm sorry, an ICE agent that is from the camera's perspective behind the gentleman trying to open the vehicle. The car itself, you could see that the tires have now turned straight, whereas they were aiming to the left, as in the driver is likely actively turning the wheel towards the right. You can see here then the car begins to lurch forward, and the gentleman who is behind from the camera's perspective pulled out his gun. The vehicle is openly here now turning to the right, and you could see that the gentleman who was behind is not visible at this moment, but just a couple of frames later fires upon the vehicle, then attempting to actively turn away from the gentleman who is at the corner of the car, and they shot, and the car is veering off, heading down the street. That's what I see.
And by the way, Amanda, if I could add, he literally pulls the gun before the car moves forward.
He pulled the gun. He did also pull the gun before the car even moved forward.
Well, yeah, officers pull their gun anytime they feel they're in a threat.
No.
And if you're ordering someone to stop a vehicle and they're not stopping the vehicle, you should pull your gun out.
Yeah, but this would be under the presumption that there's like a life threatening here, but this is not life threatening. Not even close.
You don't think a vehicle is a life-threatening object? A vehicle
it can be, but not in this circumstance. He was well out of the way.
Then why did the vehicle push him back?
Aaron Clark is also saying that they did not render aid either, so there's going to be a multi-million-dollar payout.
Well, they did. They called their medics. Regardless,
apparently, they prevented people from accessing it.
Prevented an individual of which they do not know his medical qualifications which could have made everything much worse. Just because someone says they are who they are, that doesn't mean they should have access to any situation. You should allow a medical professional to arrive and render aid.
Well, I guess we can then just say that we have to agree to disagree here, because to me, you're saying it was justifiable because she moved into him, but to me, it's very obvious that she did not move into him. She actively avoided hitting him.
I think we can agree that it's very tragic. It's very sad. I think we can agree that Miss Good or Mrs. Good at no point attempted to kill this officer. I think that Mrs. Good was in a state of escape for whatever reason. But I think that the timing...
Yeah, probably because there's a fucking ICE agent trying to open their freaking car with passengers.
Would you, if you're an American citizen, would you have a reason to be afraid of an ICE agent?
They are an American citizen.
Yes.
And so yes, you would have a reason to be afraid of ICE agents, especially now.
Why? You're an American citizen.
They arrested American citizens.
They already arrest American citizens.
They detain, but I don't know about arrest.
That's an arrest.
A detain is not an arrest. They're two separate actionable actions.
But they could still get arrested.
Ask him what?
Well, depending on what behavior they exhibited prior to that. I mean, if this person was breaking laws,
so we presume guilt before innocence in the United States now? Is that cool? Cool with that?
I said if.
Yeah. If well, probably not presume guilt before innocent. That's fucking idiotic.
I would never presume guilt.
I agree. So maybe you shouldn't argue saying that, well, maybe we should, hold on a sec. Anyway, I don't know
the
what else
vehicle in
to
question.
tell you here.
The vehicle in question was perpendicular to the road. It was in the middle of the road, perpendicular. That is a cause for action from any law enforcement personnel, if only to check on
It
what's
wasn't
going on.
perpendicular. It was about maybe 40 degrees, maybe.
It was blocking the lane of traffic.
So you're
I mean,
saying that
at
somebody
that
should
point,
get
she was trying
killed
to get
for
out.
blocking the lane of traffic?
No, but I think an officer has the right.
I mean,
to
you're the one
question,
saying it
but
was justified, so I'm trying to understand your justification. Number one, she wasn't aiming at the officer at all, and so that's not justifiable. And blocking the lane of traffic is not justifiable. Where's the justification?
putting a vehicle in drive and moving in the direction of an officer.
Again,
That's where
they
it's
did not
justified.
do that. They literally did not that.
Nothing happened while she was in reverse. It wasn't until she put it in
He
drive
pulled his gun
and
out.
accelerated in the direction of an officer.
You're
That
fucking
was the fatal
ridiculous,
mistake.
dude. And you think that
I'm
that's
sorry
the
you feel that way.
justification to kill somebody?
I think it's a justification for the individual in front of that vehicle to protect their own life.
I think,
don't expect
and I'm
officers-
just going to be honest with you. I think you need to think about this longer.
What if it was your child in front of that car? Would you trust the turning radius? Would you trust that she turned the
What?
wheels?
I would pull a
enough to
child out of
avoid-
the fucking road. Why is my child in the front of a car?
Why is someone moving in the direction
I don't
of the
trust
child?
any freaking car. I don't trust being in front of any car ever.
If someone is anywhere remotely near the front of your car, you should never put it in drive and accelerate.
What if they're
I mean,
trying
I
to
think
get
everyone
away?
would-
I'm going to get out of the way.
If someone is in front of your
Jesus
car,
Christ, dude. This is actually
it's a law
bonkers.
enforcement. It's not bonkers. They're giving lawful
We have to
orders
agree to
an
disagree.
individual.
You're literally, you kept saying over and over that they're aimed at them. And it's like, I don't know. I guess that's it. We're done.
They aimed in the sense that they're traveling in the same direction. I don't think that Mrs. Good was.
It was nice talking to you,
attempting
Bumpy.
to kill them, but I do think she was attempting to escape, and
Yep.
her direction of escape happened to be the same direction.
If I were
this
you, I would
individual
not
is.
tell. I would not tell my family members or any friends that this is what you think. Very good way to lose the grace of the family members and friends on that one. It was good talking to you.
Have a good night.
That was
Yeah,
Bumpy.
Bonkers, man. Bonkers. It's like people just like justifying this shit. It's like it's so obvious, right? Well, what if it was your child in there? Well, it wasn't my child in there. There was no fucking child. It was a police officer. And Amanda, can you explain this to me? How the fuck are police officers usually like the ones that fear the most for their lives when they have all the fucking guns?
You're on the line with First Amender.
Yo, Mender, it's Flashy.
Hey, what's up, Flashy?
Yeah, just got off work and I heard that last debate. It was pretty crazy. I
What
assume
did you
that's
think
what
about
you've
that?
been- yeah, I assume you've been getting a lot of those today. Maybe not. Maybe that's the first one, but I just want to run this scenario for you and tell me what you think would happen. Let's have that exact same video, but let's switch the roles a little bit. Let's say Kamala Harris won the election. She was the president, and let's say this was a MAGA like rally or something, a protest against like I don't know, an LGBT parade or something.
Mm-hmm.
And the person in the car was like a maggot.
Yeah.
And the exact same thing happened. Like this, you can't tell me that MAGA would not be making this lady the next fucking Ashley Babbitt or whatever her name was.
100%. 100%. No, I completely agree with you. I mean, to me, I sat there and as clear as day, I showed the video from multiple angles. It's as clear as day, what can be empirically observed right then and there. I do not need a person's spin on that. You can see it.
Yeah, the thing that pisses me off about this like modern day fucking politics shit is that empirics don't matter. That's what you probably recognize, doing this debating shit all the time, is that empirics don't actually matter in today's
That's
age.
correct. Yeah, it's however the hell you feel, and I love how the right likes to say facts don't care about your feelings. And in this situation, the right constantly has to ignore facts in order to self-affirm their feelings. This is why it requires them to look at Fox News all the time and things that are just right-wing protests and right-wing this, right-wing that. They can't. I sit there. Have you seen me lately? I've been reading Fox News just to understand their perspective.
Yeah. Fucking crazy shit.
Sorry, just give me one quick second. I'm gonna make some soda. Don't go anywhere. It does not take me long.
Yeah.
You can talk though. I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, like, it just pisses me off because like today, like any person that has the perspective of like their politics is just team sports. It's like, dude, like fucking go away. Like. If anything, like, please, like, get into actual real sports. Like, that's where this type of bullshit, like, delusion, like, oh, like, we're the best and everything we do is good. Like, that's where that shit belongs. Like, keep that shit out of politics, please.
Yeah,
this shit is just fucking weird. Anyone like that, I can't even, like, stand to, like, be around them. Like, I'd be fine with, like, talking to somebody.
Technicalist says, I really hate how you can tell that this is affecting first. Wait, am I doing okay? Do I look okay? Do I look too tired? Do I look too tired?
Oh, you look okay.
Okay. My hair is extra shiny.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'd be fine, like, talking with somebody that, like, genuinely holds a certain perspective and they'd be open to change if, like, you actually show them some actual empirics on stuff.
Well, I got Donny. I got Donny to agree. I think he realized that, I think we should have laws that reflect our morals, which is really important.
Yeah. There's just so many people today have that other fucking like team sport perspective of it. Like that's not the way to do politics at all.
No, I agree. I completely agree.
Yeah.
Reno is telling me that this is such a circle jerk. Super chat me $10 and I will hang up on Flashy right now.
I guess I got to stick around then because I was literally about to say I just wanted to call in and make a quick comment.
I know you get no. That's it. You're good. You're good. You have a great day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. You too. Bye.
You know, I saw that apparently Jovan Bradley. You know what he does? $25 to kick off a guest. Isn't that wild, really? Daniel?
That is amazing.
And he actually gets people to pay for it. That's actually fabulous. Anyway.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, especially when it comes to politics. Yeah. Why would you do that?
So we are
like in any debate. Why would you do that?
I agree. So we are taking calls. The phone number is 202-998-5218. You can call in, have a discussion. We're talking about any topics, really. If you disagree with a woke liberal, I'm right here. I'm willing to hear you out. I want to hear out your positions. Technicalist says I look tired. Oh my God. Tech, don't say that. I'm actually doing fine. I feel fine. Do I really look that tired? Son of
this is the story of my life, you know, like in some moments when I was the most tired ever, I just looked super fresh. And when I was like extremely like well rested, everybody was like, why do you look so tired? It's like, dude, I'm so well rested.
I'm so well rested.
Like, why are you telling me this?
All right, so you saw earlier my review for YouTube stuff, and you saw the JS Urban Adventures guy, and I'm just like, there's no freaking way. I can't. And there's okay. I guess we're not going over the videos. All right, it's fine. You're on the line with First Amender.
Hey, Ender. It's Tack.
Hey, Tack, what's going on?
I want to know your opinion on the shooting.
Wait, is this? Oh, I'm sorry. You said technicalist.
It's Tech. It's
Hi,
actually Tech. Yeah. Hi.
Okay, so on my opinion on the shooting, yeah, I mean, I think this guy needs to go to jail for a very long time. And honestly, we saw this coming with ICE having been bolstered up and increased. This is inevitable. Anytime you increase police, this ultimately results in there being more deaths, not less. And I don't see it being any different for an ICE agent. You give people a gun and more people the ability to walk around in vigilante justice with a gun, then it is inevitable you will end up with more unjustifiable deaths.
I do agree with that, 100%.
Honestly, I'm surprised it's not more. You know?
Honestly, yes. I agree with your point a lot. In reality, like, what the fuck is ICE doing in Minneapolis?
Oh, because, you know, brown people, Somalis, fraud, immigrants.
The brown people
Browns,
with that
the
far
Browns.
north. Oh, yes, they love snow. They love snow so much.
I don't know. It's just, there's been a lot of talk about Minneapolis with Tim Walz and the fraud situation with Somalis, in which case I'm perfectly okay with investigating
you
fraud and trying
the
fraud.
daycare that has proven to be closed for the last 6 years.
Yeah.
The same daycare that was on the back end of a strip mall that had a face end that didn't exist.
Yeah.
And then they had children inducted in the back end, and they were reported multiple times for different felonies that could have caused them to not be able to house children in that thing. Yeah.
Oh, is that true?
All right. That's fine. Yeah, that's very true. Look it up. Look it up. I'm not going to verify it here with you, but I guarantee you it's true. They have actually been shut down because of coding violations. Coding violations.
I think I remember the code. I remember there being code violations.
They actually were shut down by code violations. It had nothing to do with that. The entire thing started with a TikTok post.
Yeah, I believe if I'm not mistaken, it started with some YouTuber that was going around and asking questions. I believe it was what was his name?
Yeah, nobody cared about the
like Nick
YouTuber.
Something.
Everybody saw the TikTok post.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's prompted investigations into alleged fraud, which, listen, I mean, if there is fraud, great, fabulous. Let's,
it has nothing to do with the Somalians.
Well, so it is true that a majority of these are owned
it.
by Somali people. But again, the problem that I'm having is well, number one, it doesn't.
Into where the investments that came from the Somalian people, it has nothing to do with it. It was fake investments. It was fake Somali people. It was 100%. This is all bullshit. I don't care what anybody else says.
Did you see the YouTube video?
False. I mean, I can't send you a YouTube video. I can look it up though.
There is a YouTube video that is pretty damning. With that being said, it is not a formal investigation. And in my opinion, I believe if you have instances of fraud, it doesn't matter if it's Somali, not Somali. The problem is hey, you stop fraud. You stop fraud
people
where you have it.
Fraud, not government. Well, I was almost about to say a bad thing. I was almost to say governments don't make fraud.
Have you been drinking, Tech?
A little bit. You can bully me if you want to. That's
He's
fine.
invoking
I don't care.
No, because I know
Tech.
Because I know Tech. We hang out in VR, and Tech. We have like a drinking club that we just hang out with, and it's a lot of drinking, and it's a lot of fun. So that's why I'm asking Tech if he's drunk right now. I appreciate you calling in, Tech.
I'll tap out.
I appreciate you though. We'll talk later.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Peace.
See ya. Peace.
It's funny, poor Tech.
And by the way, like if you're referring to the YouTube video about the Somali daycares, I mean, there's that guy like Nick, whatever, like he pretends to be a fucking journalist. He goes there, and if you actually investigate a bit more, it's like you're gonna see that first of all, he went to the daycares while school was on. right? Like daycares are after school, right? Like school is over, kids come,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
At one of those things, he even like the girl came out and told him, no, the kids are going to be here at like 2 p.m. or like 3 p.m. or something like that. It's like obviously they're gonna come in later, right? Because it's a fucking daycare.
Well,
like,
so
it's
here's
like
the
an
thing.
after
I'm
school.
willing to acknowledge that, hey, maybe there is fraud. Great. Fabulous. Stop fraud. Does that mean, hey, the problem is the Somalis and Tim Walz and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, come on, dude. Just, if you find fraud, fabulous. Thank you. Let's put these people in jail and move on. It's that simple. This should not be a difficult concept, but of course we've got wanting to stoke up politicization against Democrats and people that want social safety nets, and also demonizing the crap out of Somali people is total nonsense.
Also, like I don't know how laws are in America regarding like kindergartens and daycares, but in my country, in Romania, it's illegal for anybody that's not a parent, and even parents, to enter the kindergarten during working hours, right? So it's like you drop a kid, and nobody gets in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not a parent, like unless it's like an emergency or something, right?
No, I agree.
It's like nobody gets in. Like, and the guy was asking, can we go in and see the kids? It's like, no, what the fuck?
Yes. Well, I mean, they were saying, I want to enroll
don't be the
somebody.
pedophile.
Anyway, let's take a look here. So we've got this video here that I would like to go over. Let me first adjust the playback speed here. This is Jake Tapper leaving Roy Moore, spokesman, speechless. So check this out. This is very interesting.
Judge Moore has also said that he doesn't think a Muslim member of Congress should be allowed to be in Congress. Why? Under what provision of the Constitution?
Because you have to swear on the Bible. When you are.
Why do they all sound like that?
One.
Because you got to swear on the Bible. You know this?
Which you don't. Yeah, I know it. It's
you got to swear on the Bible.
I mean, this guy is so clueless about the law. Right? He's a law maker, Amanda.
Yeah.
And he's clueless about the law.
If you don't swear on the Bible, you can't be a senator. All right, let's take a look here.
It's a fun one. Let's look at it.
All right, so here we go. Let's see.
Before I had to do it, I'm an elected official 3 terms. I had to swear on a Bible. You have to swear on a Bible to be an elected official in the United States of America. He alleges that a Muslim cannot do that ethically, swearing on the Bible.
You don't actually have to swear on a Christian Bible. You can swear on anything, really. I don't know if you knew that. You can swear.
I love how he's like pointing out just the most obvious shit. Like he thinks...
Yeah, just pointing out the law.
He thinks that the separation of church and state is not a thing. And he's just like, so... he can't swear on the Bible.
But I had to swear on the Bible. What?
I had to swear on the Bible. And then this guy is like, well... You can actually just swear on anything, which is that's true. You do not need to swear on the Bible or the Quran or any of this shit. You could swear on just about anything, and it counts.
Yeah, on a Jewish Bible.
Oh,
Technically,
no,
you can swear on like the technical manual for the Prius. Right?
Look at this guy. Yeah.
On the technical manual.
Yeah, I mean, if you love
if
you love the Prius that much.
Yeah, you can do that.
Anyway, so
really, I don't know if you knew that. You can swear on a Jewish Bible.
Oh no,
you can swear
I swore on the
No.
Bible.
I love how confidently incorrect he is. No. You can't do that. You gotta do the Bible.
I'm sure you have. I'm sure you've picked a Bible, but the law is not that you have to swear on a Christian Bible. That is not the law.
It's so lost. It's so lost.
I could just see the little hamster. The little hamster that's just really going at it, trying to figure out.
Trying his best.
And this poor little hamster, it just fell off the wheel. Here we go.
God,
let's see. Let's just listen to how stunned he is.
The Bible. I've done it 3 times.
I'm sure you have. I'm sure you've picked a Bible, but the law is not that you have to swear on a Christian Bible. That is not the law. You don't know that? All right, Ted Crockett with
I
the
don't know. I know that Donald Trump did it when we made him president.
Oh my
idiot.
God. I love this clip. Okay, first time I saw it, I laughed so fucking much on this thing.
The fucking.
It's crazy.
That's what he wanted.
Da.
Ted Crockett with the More campaign. Good luck tonight. Thank you so much for being here. My panel will react when we
Merry
get back.
Christmas, Jay.
Thank you, sir.
Merry Christmas. You can't make that shit up. Isn't that hilarious?
No, dude, these people are just like crazy.
This
they're
is
so
hysterical.
clueless, but they're so confident. It's like about how clueless they are.
That is a very AWOL is like saying, "Damn, that is humiliating." That is a very humiliating moment for sure. Very humiliating. Fun Boy saying only Dracula can't swear on the Bible.
That is actually false. I do have like
or
first-hand
Jewish,
knowledge of
as
that,
it turns out.
or like Muslims,
or
like
anybody not a
that's
Christian.
Yes.
If somebody told me to swear on a Bible, I'd be like, that doesn't hold any value to me. Like I would be like, that's nothing. I mean, honestly, like swearing on my mother, that would probably be much more valuable than swearing on a Bible. My mother is empirically real.
I would swear on a cookbook. That's
I
much
would
more
swear on a cookbook. He swears on that sous vide, you know?
much
What's
more
your
important
favorite
for me, I'm telling you.
What's your favorite method of cooking, Daniel?
I mean, it depends very much on what you're cooking.
Well,
I'm not
like
necessarily that
things
crazy
that you like.
on the sous vide since you brought it up.
What, you don't like the
But I mean, it depends.
the
man. It's
bag
like, you know,
and the bath of water
Yeah.
and the stupid, what is it, thermometer thing that you put on the side? You're not a fan of that?
No, not at all. I mean, look, today I just made the pasta cacio e pepe, which is very nice, pretty easy to make.
See, I like
extremely
grilling.
Delicious.
I like grilling.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I kind of
love
like
grilling.
working on the stove.
Yeah.
I'm not a big grill fan.
Really? You like the stove? Why not the grill?
Yeah, I like cooking on the stove, like in a pan. I like things that are being made in a pan. I don't know. There's like a lot of there's a lot of moving parts with those things and timing, and like you need to get the flavor right. And yeah, I just like it. I like cooking in a pan, like a lot of stuff.
Did you see my live streams that I had with R and Ra? Did you see both of them?
I only saw like the first one.
Yeah, so there
Didn't
was
see
the
the
first
second
one where is Christianity logical? And recently, R and Ra reached out saying that he wanted to analyze the debate with me. And we literally,
Yeah, I
this
saw that
entire
one.
video, we just powwowed.
Yeah, it's on my playlist.
We just
I will have to look at
powwowed.
it, but yeah,
It was
sorry.
it's a great video. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
We are taking calls, by the way. The phone number is 202-998-5218. If you have something to talk about, if you want to talk with me, you can call that number. I'll answer. I missed a couple of other calls. There were people that tried to call but could not get in because I was in the middle of a call with other people. Well, we do have.
By the way,
Wolf.
can I mention something? It's like, you know, and this is again is regarding this shooting, right? And I think we're kind of also forgetting the fact, and you know, I forget who.
Ooh, a phone
I'm gonna say it after.
You're on the line with First Amender.
Hello?
Hello. You're on the line with First Amender.
Hey,
How you doing?
What's going on? It's Rob, man. How's it going?
Rob. All right, Rob, what would you like to talk about?
Well, I want to talk about the fact that this is things are going just like they wanted them to go with the civil unrest. This is a plan. You can't tell me that you're looking for people who you have you have to have some type of data that suggests that these people are here or there. But you're going door to door to look for people here legally. You're just alienating people because you have no right to even. They don't have to let you in. They don't have to let you check. They can be like, go away, get off my property, and slam the door. But you're just agitating people. There's something there's things like that. People come heated or things like that, and things happen like what happened with the woman in the vehicle, and it just causes a huge uproar, which then justifies them saying, "Oh, we're going to send more," which he did. He said he's going to send more.
Yeah.
And remember, the whole time this is going on, these are all in states that did not vote for him.
Yes, it's a lot of it is retaliation. And I do believe that there is probably some semblance of they're looking to instigate violence to say, see, look, we showed this entire time that the left was violent. I reach out to anybody who, is a leftist or on my side, or that we don't act with violence of any kind. If anything, we've mostly been responding with absurdity. I mean, you saw the whole protests where there were animal costumes that were inflatable, with ICE protesters aiming at them. Or ICE aiming at them, I think.
Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. And if you look at what Noel said, she said, don't test our resolve. She's going to say now, but after the fact of some other confrontations, I said that. I let them know, don't test our resolve. We'll let them know that we were serious in what we're doing.
Yeah.
There's zero justification.
From frogs to...
It boggles my mind that person looked at that video frame by frame, step by step. You even went to the point of underlying, pointing out where this person is, where the wheels are, where the car is. This person is clearly outside of the range and not in front of the car.
Yeah, I mean,
you're not in front of the car.
Yeah, I mean, and then
the car going to hit you?
I mean, he moved. To be fair, he moved directly in front of that car to prevent them from leaving. Which, by the way, you are not allowed to do. You can't just do that. If you plan on detaining somebody,
about that one now. I don't know.
You can't just do that.
I don't know what
you cannot.
I don't know what their powers are, but you can. Police. I know police can.
Even police can't do that.
Yes, they can.
Nope.
So you mean to tell me that you're a suspect in a murder and they can't stop you from leaving?
If you are detained, then you are not allowed to leave. But they did not detain that person.
Well, they might. What I'm saying, you saying they can't stop somebody from leaving. They can do that.
They can attempt, but it is illegal to do so. It is a wrongful detainment under that case.
Wait, so detainment is not illegal, correct?
So detaining somebody is suspected of a crime, and so they are not allowed to leave while they are being suspected. But you have to tell them what they are detained for and what is the suspected crime. There is no suspected crime considering this person was already a legal citizen. And also, ICE agents aren't cops. They're effectively citizens as far as they're concerned. They can't simply stop somebody and point a gun at them just because they're not because they're trying to leave.
But you missed the point I was making earlier, is that police officers can detain you and they can stop you.
No.
And you're saying that they can't detain you. They can.
So ICE does not have an authority to arrest, detain, or deport U.S. citizens.
Right. And I never said they did, but you were saying that the police did. I was like, oh, that's
so
not
police have the ability to detain you. They can detain you.
Mm-hmm.
But ICE legally cannot arrest or deport a U.S. citizen. ICE is not legally allowed to detain you.
I don't know that. I don't know.
In fact, the federal government has faced lawsuits for wrongful detention in the United States.
I I don't know if they can't legally detain you because what the Supreme Court ruled that basically they can racially profile, even though she didn't fit it. But if you were, well, you have Hispanic heritage, but if you look Hispanic, and they pulled you and stopped you, and then saw that you were American and let you go, that would be. But if they detained you in those acts, in the middle of those things, that would be legal.
Yeah. So, I mean, if I could show you right here, I have this site, Shirazi Immigration Law Incorporated, that says, is ICE allowed to detain American citizens? No, ICE cannot legally arrest or deport a U.S. citizen. However, this does not mean ICE never detains American citizens. In fact, the federal government has faced lawsuits for wrongful detention of U.S. citizens. ICE may detain citizens if they have a reason to believe that they are not American citizens. While detaining an American citizen is a violation of the law, ICE might hold a person until they confirm citizenship status of the individual. There are many reasons ICE may detain a person, and they include: 1, mistakenly identifying someone, such as confusion as if they are looking for somebody with a similar name, federal database that contain inaccurate or outdated immigration records, or a person that was born to American citizen parents in another country and documentation of their citizenship is unclear or incomplete. Though ICE does not have the authority to deport American citizens, and the above errors show why quick legal intervention is of the utmost importance. They are not allowed to detain American citizens.
We know about the deporting part.
They are not allowed to detain American citizens.
You just read a paragraph that said that they could.
No, they're not.
You said that if there was a mistake, they had to find out whether you are said person or not in order to the evidence, the example I gave you.
Listen. If
somebody of Hispanic nature,
somebody is stopping
they stopped them, determined that they were detained them, determined that they were a citizen, and they let them go. That's all legal.
Okay. So in this situation, if you have the right to ask if you are under arrest or if you are free to leave. Do not panic or run away. Ask if you are being arrested or detained. If the ICE officer says no, you can ask and you are free to leave. If they say yes, walk away calmly. If they say no, stay where you are and do not attempt to leave. Granted, I understand why they would want to leave in this situation. Obviously, it's a very scary situation. With that being said, that does not give you a right to shoot. You shoot somebody if you feel that your life is in danger. And at no point was this person's life in danger.
Zero argument. That's what I was saying before, that you said that was going before you start trying to make things that they couldn't detain you, and they can. But the thing was that person, you went step by step with that person. They still trying, I don't know what reality they was watching. Maybe he's watching from Earth 2, and it looked different or backwards where he's from. But you went step by step.
Yeah.
And showcased where the person was, where the vehicle was, where the tire was.
Yeah.
You showed
it's about as clear as day.
I mean, I don't understand how somebody who, like you said, he's not being intellectually honest. But I'm glad we cleared up the detention thing though, because that's real. But now you were talking earlier about the rent, controlled rent versus not situation. I know that, I don't know if they still have it, but I know for a while they did have rent control apartments in New York.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
And it's very good for the people that live in those rent controlled apartments.
Well, we know
people who live in them love them.
Anyway. I know that, but it's rent in New York is ridiculous anyway. But does that affect the rest of the prices for rent?
No.
I didn't think so either. And then that last guy, when you were talking about the rent control, he never stated that was his problem. You gave him that answer that it makes a shortage of available housing. You said it could make more.
Yeah.
It's like that old snack commercial. Crunch all you want, we'll make more. So
yeah, so here we go. I'll provide this, and this is, take it with it what you will. It's from Reddit, but I'll provide this because I do think it's pretty good. The idea of rent control as a single policy is already flawed. There's an extreme variety of rent control measures, and the most common proposals are different from old school rent control to address major failings in those earlier policies. Some rent controls are tied to leases, some are tied to units, some exempt new buildings, etc. If people are criticizing rent control based on experiments done nearly 100 years ago without considering modern policy and evidence, just ignore them. Overall, increasing the stability of rents has benefits, and the main concern is that rent control will discourage investment in housing and negatively affect long-term affordability. Unfortunately, investment has been pouring into real estate, but affordability is terrible right now because unrelated issues like municipalities restricting development and continued urbanization have led to massive shortages of rental housing from the private market. Furthermore, the U.S. has legislation that puts a cap on public housing and that it is a pretty unpopular policy with inadequate funding. The rent control may be able to stabilize rents for short-term shocks, but cannot fix a housing shortage. You need other policies for that. The big problem is that many governments pursue only rent control policy platform and let real shortages get worse because rent control benefits existing renters, voters, and new potential renters either don't live in the area or are younger and poorer and vote at lower rates. And that makes sense to me. I go, yes, that's correct. In and of itself, yes. But I believe that you can have, say, for example, a building policy as well as rent control that would affect people in a positive way. I don't see a reason why we can't have this.
you don't do it in just a vacuum. You do other things along with it.
Yes.
Now, where I live, they have it so where, like, you must live in the residence that you reside.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I like one of the problems that I've noticed is that housing is being used as a way to basically make more money. And in my position is I feel that there should be a cap on how much a corporation would be able to own X amount of houses. This in turn would reduce overall demand, which would decrease the price of homes.
Surprisingly, Trump may say he was looking at stopping corporations from owning property like that.
The Trump administration is talking about that?
Today.
That is not true.
Today.
Ain't no fucking, I can tell you right now that's not true.
It's true. It's true.
All right, where do I go?
I can't tell you. I can't remember where it was, but it's up there. It's up there.
Okay, well, can you tell me a headline or anything?
Oh.
I'll look it up.
Trump may seek to limit Wall Street investment in housing or something along those lines. Hell, everybody can get something right after, 5 years of tremendous fucking up. Isn't he more than due?
All right. Let's take a look here. Trump threatens to ban Wall Street investments in single-family homes. Wall Street blamed for reducing housing supply, rent inflation, home builder shares drop sharply after Trump's comments. Trump faces pressure over cost of living ahead of midterms. U.S. President Donald Trump on Wednesday said his administration is moving to ban Wall Street firms from buying up single-family homes in a bid to reduce home prices, a potential blow for private equity landlords and also pressured home builder stocks. In a post on Truth Social, Trump said that he was immediately taking steps to implement the ban, which would also call on Congress to codify into law. This is not clear what steps he would take. Dude, if this is true, if this gets pulled off, this is an amazing thing.
I agree. You know what the most important thing in that was?
But why just single family homes though?
Yeah, I would go even further.
Because that is the only reason that this is a possibility.
Yeah.
The only reason.
For a very long time, buying and owning a home was considered the pinnacle of the American dream, Trump wrote, adding the inflation has put the dream out of reach for many Americans. People live in homes, not corporations, said Trump, who is under growing pressure to address voter anxiety over the cost of living ahead of the year's congressional midterm elections. A Republican move to target Wall Street landlords would...
please, sir?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. But no, the thing is, where I live, like I said, you have to live there. Because I get calls from, I don't know, 6-7 calls a month asking about buying my home. Because I'm in an area that's growing.
Yeah, I get lots of letters myself. People want to buy my my townhouse real bad.
They want to they expand it around it so the property value can go up. So when they start doing that, I'm like, so I keep track of what my value is. I see it going up and up and up and up. And it's more than doubled in 15 years.
Yeah. My homeowners association actually prevents investors from coming in and buying houses. You actually have to live in the place in order to be here, which I love that. That's a great idea.
But our city does that.
Yeah.
Because we had a housing crisis.
Yeah.
And they do a lot of things. Every city has a lot of problems, but they have been on that. And I've seen so many new housing development.
Honestly, I'm surprised Trump is even deciding to do something like this, considering the fact that he is a real estate magnate.
Exactly. Did you hear what I said, though?
Sorry, repeat it.
Before the midterms. Like I said, that's the most important thing there. We know that him being, like you said, a real estate guy, that was a big thing to him. He is dead set in his heart against that.
Yeah.
That type of thing, because that's what he is. That's what he's about.
That's how he makes his money.
Right. And that's the same article that you would read. That's the one that I posted on my
Curious if he would actually do it. I'm curious. That would be interesting.
Would be interesting. But like I said, before the midterms, because the Dems would do it.
I'd do this. Are you kidding?
The Dems would do it.
I'd do this.
The Dems would do it.
The Dems.
And you're an extreme. And you're
I'm progressive as fuck, bro.
Progressive extreme left.
Yeah, I'm progressive as fuck, bro.
Sort of, kind of. But no, that's so. But he's doing that is that and like you can't. All we need to do is not keep corporations, businesses from buying it. Now, if you own 3 homes, I'm not mad at that. You live in this home, you sold it, you bought it. What you have to do, and you have to you have to live in it for a year as well.
Yeah.
You have to live in it. So you can't sit there and say, oh, I was in there August and, October I'm moving out. No, you have to stay in there for a year.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if somebody...
what they do is they do a yearly thing, and like where you live a majority of the time is your primary residence. And you can only list, for example, for tax exemptions, a single property for the primary residence. You cannot have more than one property as listed.
Your primary residence.
Yep.
Another thing. Do you think if I own, I don't know, 4 apartment buildings or whatever, do you think that after and they dropped rent control, I went from making $1.8 million annually to $900 million annually? You think I would
1.8 million to 900,000 is what you meant?
Yeah, 900,000. Do you think I would say, "Oh, I'm not never building another apartment building again"?
No, hell no. Hell no. That is one thing they think, that it's like, oh yeah, it's going to reduce housing. Even if you presume that classical liberal, position on the economy, at the end of the day, I ask myself, dude, you can increase the amount of housing by just having government housing. It's not a big deal. If you actually can show that, then great. Just make up for the difference.
But the thing is that, like you said, like we're saying, if I lose money, if I go from 1.8 million to 800,000, do I say no? I don't want $800,000. I don't want to add to that.
No, I don't want to add to that anymore. I'm done. No more.
Yeah, I only make $800,000.
The housing is rent controlled, so I'm just going to sit here.
Yeah. So I'll add another I'll add another 250,000.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Building.
When you break it down,
I just it's not a damn enough for me. I'm out. I'm not going to do it.
it's funny.
No.
It's hilarious.
But that's kind of was that guy's argument, though. That it will, spur people from investing in the industry. And why would they? You're still going to make a hell of a profit. Why would you stop?
Hold on a sec. What? Hold on. I just did something to my camera, and now my camera's all effed up.
Yeah, I see your cat.
Yeah, my poor kid. Hold on. Let me. I thought I was doing something cool, and it turns out it's not cool at all. Okay,
Yeah,
is
he's
it back
not
to
camera
normal?
ready.
Yeah, I
either.
think we're good.
He's not camera ready either.
Well, I was trying to get it to where it's not. Hi there, Bob Barsh.
I looked up. I'm like, I saw your hand on the cat. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on here, but
here, I'll move my. This is my peppers. Yes. Anyway.
But yeah, I guess that's it for me in the moment.
It was good talking to you, Rob.
All right.
Let everybody know to subscribe and chat. Tell them subscribe. Subscribe to First Amenders YouTube channel.
Are you 1,000 yet?
I'm at 1,000. You're gonna see the 1,000 sub special Saturday.
No. That was Saturday.
This Saturday. I don't know. Sometime in the morning, sometime in the afternoon, around there. That's when you're gonna see it.
Well, congrats then.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know but lately though, I thought you might have lost because you were last week. You were off the chain, man. You cursing people out left and right for no damn reason.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
Yeah, you were. I'm glad you admitted it though. Good.
Yeah,
for you.
I'll admit it. I'm
you were.
I'm an honest guy.
Like, yeah, the guy said God would save him. You were like blah 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 blah, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. You blocked, man. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah. But hey, I appreciate the fact that you own it.
Caleb is saying, debate a woke liberal. Love Famel pass. I'm like, all right, enjoy your echo chamber. I don't know what to tell you. You're the one in the echo chamber, not me. Anyway, I'll talk to you later, Rob. Thanks for calling in.
All right, man.
Bye-bye. Thanks. What was that even about? Trump threatened Wall Street investments. Honestly, I'm not against that idea. Listen, if Trump comes up with a good idea, then great. I'm okay with good ideas. I don't care if it's Trump, not Trump, as long as it's a good idea. Let's do it. I don't give a shit.
No, nobody's gonna complain about a good idea.
Yeah.
Good ideas are good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's do it.
Based. Let's see. The property taxes I pay help pay for your kids' education and crap. The arguments made are very weak. Yeah, I love paying. I mean, I don't even have the kids, and I'm okay with paying for education for other kids because one day I'm going to be old. And if I'm going to be old one day, I probably am going to need some help. And you know what that's going to require? A young kid to help me out. Somebody that went through med school.
Those young folks.
Yeah, you're going to need some young folks to help you out, right? That's where I'm at with it. Appreciate the way you said, Lamafau. We're taking calls. Phone number is 202-998-5218. You want to call in, have a discussion. We can do it. I don't mind. Let's have the discussion. I want to hear you out. Come on. You know what we're going to do for the 1,000 sub special, Daniel? Did I tell you about it already?
Okay. I mean, maybe you said something, but I don't really remember.
It's fabulous. It's really fun. You won't understand it until we're doing it. But when you do see what I'm doing, you're going to be like, this is amazing. It's okay. So basically it's going to be a draw stream But here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a woke liberal mascot. Okay. And so I'm going to make a general frame of it. I'm going to make a general frame like, hey, here's, and then I ask for one item, and I'm going to say, give me one item. The very next post under it, whatever it is that they suggest, that will be what I draw on the mascot. And then we just keep doing that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that means I need to tune in. And,
you're going to love it.
My take.
You're going to love it.
Yeah. I'm going to prepare my item.
As long as it doesn't take down my YouTube channel, I'm drawing it.
Oh, no.
All right. As long as it doesn't take down the YouTube channel, we'll be good. Maybe if it's really good, maybe if it's really good, what we should do is we'll do the not safe for work one on my Discord where it's like I'm not going to get in trouble, Yeah,
true.
That would be fun. But for the YouTube channel, yeah, it'll be good. You'll love it. I'm a pretty good artist. I do okay drawing. Did I show you my latest drawing?
I mean, I know you're artist. Like,
have you seen my latest goblin drawing?
Goblin drawing? No.
Yeah, I did a drawing of some goblins. Hold on. Here you go. I'll show you.
Maybe I do, dude. I don't know.
This is the drawing. I drew this.
Oh, I didn't see this one. Oh, that's
You've never
nice.
seen that?
That's pretty good. Yeah. I like it.
I drew that. You could see.
Oh, yeah.
I really
Pretty nice. Yeah. I like it.
All the brush strokes you see there. Yeah, that's all me. So you can really get in on it.
Yeah. I like it. I like the axe. I like
this axe.
Well, it's a bit
janky.
Yeah.
But that's kind of goblin.
Yeah.
Goblin
no, I was looking at
it's the goblin equipment.
Maybe it's not forming a straight line.
Huh? Oh yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Maybe there's like a drop. Yeah, there.
Yeah, there is a drop. To be a bit more. You're right. Well, see, this tells you that it ain't AI, it's me. I drew it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, it's like,
I drew it.
You can just look at the fingers. They don't have 6 of them. That's how
exactly.
It's not AI.
Exactly. That's how you know it's not AI. This right here. It's funny. Same thing I got here, and I drew. This is
good. I like it.
Not
really
related.
Like
this is it's called. This is called the Trine. I've been meaning to draw this for a while, and it's got like a bit of a long story behind it, but it is Anyway, I guess it's kind of a weird drawing though, so I get most people wouldn't. We are taking calls. Phone number is 202-998-5218. Call in. You want to have a discussion? Call in. I'll hear you out. And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, consider a subscribe. I'm a very small YouTuber, and we're growing. It keeps getting bigger. Day by day, we be getting bigger every day. AWOL Thought says, why should my house have 3 TVs if you only have one? Pretty soon you'll be limiting how many cars someone can have, how many pets, because it's a little fascist, socialist, pinko, Mandarian commie. What? You could have more TVs and cars and stuff. What's wrong with that? Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I think what they're saying is like, so what if that person is starving? I want to have like another mansion. Is that against the law? Is that really that immoral? What? Yeah, I mean, that's what they're thinking.
Isn't the answer to that yes? It's immoral, right?
Yeah, it is, obviously. I mean, that's why we shouldn't have billionaires. Look, you're going to a lot of cities in the United States, and you're going to see a lot of apartments and a lot of houses which are literally empty.
Yeah.
They're empty. They're just sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah.
While people are like, sleeping on the streets.
So this is a bit old news, but I wanted to look at the inflatable costumes that were done during Portland, where they're like, ICE is like sent to save everybody. And so here we go. This is Operation Inflation. This sounds like a furry convention. I don't like it. I'm already uncomfortable.
Inflation.
I'm very uncomfortable. Operation Inflation. All right, here we go.
Some protesters near the ICE facility are finding new ways to use their voice, but with inflatable costumes.
The costumes have become so popular, more protesters show up each day with a new one.
Can I just stop? I absolutely love the fucking handstanding clown.
Dude, it's like I also loved like people doing that to like ICE agents because they have this idea of themselves like being the commandos, like really serious guys.
Stop them! Stop them! We have an emergency, and then they show up and they see
then, like people with like
handstanding clown, and rainbow unicorn and giraffe man.
Kayla Armstrong joins us live from South Portland with more on why this has become so successful.
Pete Riel, we've seen dozens of inflatable costumes out here throughout the day, and I'm told this is becoming so popular to bring fun to the area and show Portland spirit. Portland is protesting in costume.
Yo, I love that otter. What the hell?
Inflatable costumes, and the number is growing by the day.
They don't know how to react to people with humor and silliness, so why not try that?
The inflatable costumes have become...
If I recall, right, if I'm not mistaken, like, didn't like an ICE agent walk up to one of these inflatable costumes and then pepper spray the intake fan? That is like next level diabolical. That is like you gotta go to jail, right?
Was doing this.
Let's see, ICE agent.
I don't remember exactly.
Putting pepper spray inside inflatable costume. Let's see here. I'm almost positive that happened. Here we go. Let's see. Bro, that is so effed up, dude. That dude rushed over to immediately just throw that into this the fucking dancing frog. Why?
Dude, I wouldn't even know to do that. So imagine that guy, that ICE guy, he knew exactly how this costume
That guy is thinking, he's like 4D chess moving this, and he's like, the frog is a threat. And the way that I'm going to address the frog threat is I'm going to aim my pepper spray inside the frog suit man. They're a threat to democracy, frog suit man. That's so effed up, bro. That has got to be super painful. You would have to take off that costume immediately.
They're just ghouls.
Yeah.
Like literally just ghouls.
All right. Let's see. There was there's a recent video that I saw that I thought was really funny. Give me a quick second. I'm gonna hunt it. I don't know if I showed it to you. I think I played it in a previous stream, but I think for the sake, it is so good. It's good enough to justify me sharing it with everybody, with a class, I guess, called ChatGPT. Okay, here we go.
Oh yeah, I know it. Yeah.
Have you seen this?
We did look at it last time. Yes.
Did we look at it last time?
It's fun.
It's fun.
It is fun.
It is good. All right.
Okay, middle schoolers, it's time to write an essay about the book we spent all semester reading.
ChatGPT, write an essay about the book.
I love how aggressive this.
Yeah.
It's so aggressive.
Give information now.
ChatGPT.
All done.
ChatGPT, write this essay.
And teachers are doing that, right? Like why would teachers not do that? It would be like the easiest thing to address.
Mom, what?
Look.
Oh, honey. ChatGPT, how should I feel right now?
Bad.
Have you ever asked ChatGPT how you should feel?
I will never do that. Okay,
Chat.
I will never in my life.
Chat, if
ask
you've
an
ever
AI
done that,
how
you
I
need to
should
tell
feel.
me. Have you ever asked ChatGPT how you should feel?
How emotionally
Yes or no in
stunted you
chat.
need
Just
to be
how
to do that.
I genuinely want to know. Like just tell me.
I hate you, son!
Mr. President, the people are.
I love the reference. It's a military
We were just talking
emergency.
about it. Yeah,
military That's why I wanted to pull this up, because of this moment.
Yeah.
And he's just like, it's a military emergency.
Protesting. Did ChatGPT generate a movie about I am pooping on the stupid Americans?
I hate that this actually happened. That's the most frustrating part.
First, so yeah.
And I love it, dude. It says it right here. It says, yes, the president really posted this.
I hate the stupid Americans.
I hate the stupid Americans. We are taking calls. The phone number is 202-998-5218. If you are enjoying the content, I'm going to see if I can find... Now, okay, how about this? We're going to do this. Have you ever seen the Mitch McConnell freeze?
Yes. Happened a while ago.
It was a while. It was a long time ago. But here, hold on. Give me one
I
quick
think there were
second.
kind of like
I am,
two
in
freezes.
I'm gonna hold on. Let me see if I can find the Mitch McConnell. Hold on. Give me a moment. I just have to find. I have to find the specific. It's very funny.
By the way,
The
Mitch
voices are-
McConnell, one of the big architects of America's decline.
Or Puerto Rican,
Yeah.
let mosquitoes and
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, yeah. Okay. I got that short. Let's see here, and then we have we're gonna do the Mitch McConnell freeze. Oh yeah, Mitch McConnell's awful. Trust me. We're not gonna pretend like Mitch McConnell's like a good guy at all. He's a terrible human being. He needed to be out of office 20 years ago, and here he is, still kicking. But here we go. So we're gonna.
We're on a path to finishing the NDA this week. It's been good bipartisan cooperation and a string of
Bro, like a good. How long has it been? It's been like. This dude had just completely frozen for 10 full seconds. And he keeps going. They're like, hello?
Anybody there?
Are you okay? They're like, all right, let's shuffle him off. I guess we're gonna. Do you want to go back to? Do you want to go back to your office?
I mean, this is the
Insanely
carcass
old
that is
man
ruling
that
America.
is like literally a mummy. Would you like to go back to your office?
Do you want to
And
say
he's
anything else to the press?
Dude, that is wild. That is a wild moment. I cannot
think,
believe
like,
this dude is
every-
still in office. Why is he still in office? Why are we still voting the oldest thing on planet Earth? Anyway, so check this out, right?
Because they think
There's
it's nice.
there's this guy that has perfected, I call the Mitch McConnell stare. And so here, just watch. It's fucking hilarious.
I am in fact a psychic, but I can only tell what you're thinking about if it's about raw chicken or slightly undercooked pork.
Senator McConnell, what in the world does that have to do with anything?
I've been awake for 236 hours. I've been snacking on suppositories since 7 a.m. I can feel the presence of every Puerto Rican in a 3-mile radius. I stepped in dog shit on purpose to cause chaos in this room. My favorite cologne smells like a truck stop bathroom in the middle of Arkansas. I'm on a strictly onions and toenails based diet. I built a house located in the uncanny valley.
I can't.
That's hilarious, man. That is crazy.
I don't understand the like, honestly, if I had to guess, it has to have been a seizure, right?
I mean, it was, yeah, no, for sure.
You think it was a seizure?
I don't know exactly what he's suffering. Yeah, it's most likely. Because he's just like freezing, right? Like there's like mentally not a lot of things are happening at that point.
So let me see here. We're going to pull up the type, because there's apparently a bunch of different types of seizures. Let's take a look here. I just out of curiosity. How are seizures classified? Okay, new classification for seizure types, basic version from the International League Against Epilepsy in 2017. There's focal onset, generalized onset, and unknown onset. Aware or impaired awareness, motor and non-motor. So there's definitions of other seizure types. Okay, so generalized onset seizures. This seizure affects both sides of the brain or groups of cells on both sides of the brain at the same time. This term is used before and still includes seizure types like generalized tonic-clonic, absence, or atonic. It's probably absence, right? Like absence.
Yeah,
an absence seizure. A short period of just blanking out or staring into space, like other kinds of seizures caused by a brief abnormal electrical activity in a person's brain. An absence seizure is generalized onset seizure, which means it begins in both sides of the brain at the same time. Older term petit mal seizures, however, this term is not preferred and is not specific for absence seizures. I'm just for fun, like, Mitch McConnell, just for fun. Let's see what AI says.
How about his episode?
Did Mitch
it is
McConnell
probably a seizure. It's like I've seen
from an
like
absence
these types of seizures.
seizure?
Because I know for sure, like seizures are not always like violent and like.
And I hate reading. I hate reading like from AI. I'd rather grab from actual source articles. McConnell's abrupt freeze up could have been a seizure or a stroke or just dehydration. What?
Dehydration?
What?
No,
Dehydration? How? Now, I'm not a doctor, but dehydration causes you to fucking have fucking blank Dracula stare? I don't know how to do it.
He was seeing it 1,000 miles with that stare of his. Like, come on.
Like, he's like got no lips. He's just like.
Yeah, well, I mean,
he
needs to keep his teeth in somehow.
I'm trying to do it. Like,
you see, it's like if you have like the type of teeth you can take out and at night, that's how you do it. They need to stay in. Work those lip muscles.
I can smell my own 2 feet. I don't know. Let's see here. Rubik says, when I had a focal seizure, I was twitching on one side and fully aware. That sucks. AOC problem is just top tier Valley girl stupidity. I think AOC is actually fabulous. I think she's great. AWOL says, to be honest, this is elder abuse. That man should not be in front of the TV cameras. He should be forcefully retired. He should be sitting down somewhere. Yeah, bro. Retire. Why is this guy? Like why are they still elected? Why did they elect Mitch McConnell? Mitch McConnell is 1,000. How old is Mitch McConnell?
mean, it's as close to a mummy as you can get, while still like walking around.
This dude is 83. Bro, seriously? You are 1,000.
Like a retirement
it's
age
the
for
same
everybody,
reason why
right?
I don't want to elect
There should be
Bernie
for
Sanders.
fucking
Like, it would have been nice to have Bernie Sanders 10 years ago, but Bernie Sanders today, I don't know, man. He's fucking old. He's like really old.
Yeah.
Like, I love Bernie Sanders. Don't get me wrong. Bernie Sanders is a great guy, but he's also 1,000. He's like 1,000. We
He's
need
also 1,000.
we need less fucking hyper old people. It's just wild. Robert Mann says Bobro. Oh, Bobro. They're talking to Bobro. Sorry. Even worse, it was for 100. You had a seizure for 140 hours. Holy crap,
Dude, what the fuck?
that is a nightmare.
I
would
didn't
hate
know
that.
they can go for that long.
No,
What
I did
the
not
shit?
know that either. By the way, we are still taking
days
calls.
and days.
Phone number is 202-998-5218. If not, I mean, we can watch some more videos. Do you want to suffer? What is it? What? I'm trying to think of the video. What is his name? Oh man, Alpha Eagle. Do you want to suffer an Alpha Eagle video?
Oh yeah, let's kill some brain cells.
Let's kill some brain cells. Let's go. We're going, chat. We're going into the deep realm. We're going deep, boys. All right. This ain't gonna be good. I can tell you right now.
Okay, can I say something? I'm not really that great for people with like AI art and stuff, but he should do like an AI art.
You
of
should
his
probably
like
do
logo.
AI art.
It's just too bad.
It's too bad. Yeah, it's really
I could have
bad.
done that when I was like,
like
11,
12,
right?
you know.
Yeah.
Hey, he's got a new video. Oh, he got a new video. He's got 14 views on his new videos. Hell yeah, let's go. Alpha Eagle, the GOAT. Let's go. All right, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Dude, I love, every single time, when you hear this intro, you know what's coming after.
Yeah, it's just pure,
you know,
unadulterated shit.
It's not, and his voice, specifically his voice, he's gonna come out. All right, here we go.
Everyone, Alpha.
What is with that mic quality though?
So
like, just invest in a decent mic.
So
they're
Alpha,
not that expensive in this age.
Let me help you out, right? Alpha, you're not even revealing yourself. Did you know that you can buy a voice changer, right? Like you can get a really good AI voice changer. They're out there. They exist. They're very good. You could just get that and then you can sound like a badass. I mean, you don't show what you look like. So, I mean, might as well go the full way. Just get yourself like a voice changer and then you don't sound
Eagle here again. Welcome
like
back.
that. Just genuine advice. All right, let's see.
Channel. I pray you're all doing well, and may God bless you all.
I'm sure.
Before we begin, be sure to like, share,
Be sure to
comment,
like, share, and subscribe to my stuff, please. I'm messing with
In
you.
this video, I'll be talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly of things that happen.
Why did you pull up the Somali?
I mean, he was like in a race. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, let's see.
In
here.
this video, I'll be talking
White
about the
white
good,
guy,
the bad, and
the bad, and
ugly of
the
things that
ugly.
happen
Okay,
recently.
all right.
But first, I wanted to talk about Stranger Things. Now,
Stranger
I myself
Things. Okay,
personally have never
I love
seen
Stranger
the show,
Things.
but I've heard a lot about it. And
You're not going to talk about. You're not going to talk about Stranger Things without watched the show, right? You're not that stupid, right? You're not going to do that, right? I really hope for your sake that you do not bring up a beloved show and having not watched it at all.
And it
Wait,
ended
isn't that the
recently, and the
conservative
ending seems to
playbook?
have caused a lot of controversy. One of the main characters came out as gay, and viewers of mine know that I'm a Christian, and according to my...
Oh my God. He's already like, hey, everybody, somebody came out as gay in the show. Because they came out as gay,
And I'm against that.
I'm against that. How
Yes.
dare they?
I had to go for 4 months to a conversion therapy camp, right? So everybody else should also, not just me. Why should only I have to suffer?
All right, let's keep going. Here we go.
My religion, homosexuality is a sin. So right off the bat, I don't like this since it's promoting sin.
Do you have mixed fabrics? Do you wear mixed fabrics? If you do, that is also a sin. Do you eat pork? That is also a sin.
Hello, he can pick and choose, okay? Shut up.
Okay, God.
Now, that's bad enough, but what makes Stranger Things worse is that it's pushing...
You've never watched it. How do you know if it's bad or good? He admitted he never watched it. What do you mean,
guys,
Alpha?
It's like I've never watched this show, so here I am
Alpha.
talking about it like I know something about it.
We need to change his name. We got to change it to Beta Eagle. That boy Beta. All right, let's see here. Okay.
Now, that's bad enough, but what makes Stranger Things worse is that it's pushing homosexuality onto children. The show is rated TV-14, meaning that...
This is... Dude, Stranger Things is not for kids. No.
Definitely not for
It
kids.
is not for kids. Like, I would not show this to my kids. Minimum 14 plus. Minimum. Absolute minimum. Way too scary. Way too scary for kids.
that the TV rating system says that this show is appropriate for underage children. Also, the characters and some of the actors are also underage. And in this season, there was a weird scene in which the main villain, Vecna, inserts his tentacles into underage children.
Wait, where, dude? He didn't even watch it. Like, this guy's a moron. Like, that doesn't happen. What the fuck did you read it?
No,
Oh my
it's sad.
God.
I've not watched season 5 of Stranger Things. And I loved the first seasons. I honestly, what I would want to do is watch Stranger Things from, probably from the beginning. And then
probably.
1911
Like
graded
a
all
marathon.
says age 14 is being a kid. Yes, it is a kid, but I mean, I don't like whatever. Like, okay, whatever. It's like some tentacle scene. Like, oh my God, they're sexualizing the kids. Like, whatever, dude. Fuck off. You're just trying to find sex in just about everything. You fucking gooner. You fucking fursona having ass gooner.
I mean, dude, they watch so much Japanese, like, hentai or whatever, that every time they see a tentacle, they think penis.
I need to see.
Okay.
I need to see me some anime girls and fursona. Like eagle.
And even Screen Junkies called out this scene for being very creepy.
And yeah, it's Stranger Things.
It's in the fucking name.
I went to go watch a scary show, and then I was flabbergasted to realize that it was indeed scary.
Who would have thought? Clearly not Alpha Eagle.
How dare they? There's gay people.
Vecna, a Groot who sticks his root into a bunch of kids' mouths. Wait, that doesn't sound right. Ugh, that doesn't look right either.
The character who came out, Will Byers, is supposed to be about 16 or 17, so the people who made this show are sexualizing an underage character.
What the fuck are you talking about? Is it possible for a child to be a victim there's literally nothing sexual there. What is wrong with you? Having a tentacle shoved in your mouth, that's sexual to you? It's also a horror movie. Like, what do you, or a horror fucking genre? Like, what? It's Stranger Things. What are you looking for? He's just looking for a reason to like be upset. Like, this dude is so represented in today's like society that he's now like, oh, we gotta like make up problems. It's fucking wild, dude.
And apparently the character of Will being gay was an important part in defeating the main villain, Vecna. And what are they saying by this? Are they saying that you have to be gay to be a hero? That sin is actually a good thing? And
I haven't seen it. Did you see it, Daniel? Did you see season 5 of Stranger Things?
Seen the last season.
I gotta see it. I gotta watch it. I want to watch it.
avoiding sin is somehow bad? And what does Vecna represent? Is he supposed to represent the Christian religion that says that homosexuality is a sin?
What are you talking about? Stranger Things
has
nothing to do with your religion.
No. Amanda, no. He has a point here. So it's like Vecna is like this super evil like entity, right?
Oh.
That does like a lot of evil shit. So he's
Yeah.
very much like the God of the Bible. So I kind of understand what they would think, that Vecna is kind of like talking about God, because he's, I mean, maybe not as evil as God, right? He doesn't kill like millions, but still, right? Still evil. So I understand where they're coming from.
AWOL, I believe I had, so AWOL asked, okay, stop the cap. Have you watched the show first? So I watched if I'm not mistaken, the first 3 seasons. I could have watched the 4th season. I don't remember.
I watched the first 4.
But I'm pretty certain that I watched the first 3 seasons. And I have not seen season 5. I liked Stranger Things. It's fun. It's a fun show to just sit down and binge watch, and it's a good old fashioned romp, if you will. It's a romp. But I don't know. He's already trying to establish some weird Christian shit into it when it has nothing to do with Christianity. I mean, I'm sorry, like, your religion doesn't have to be represented in all media, you fucking psycho.
And
also,
that
I don't know who
Christian
said
religion-
that this show is for like 14-year-olds, because I'm looking at the thing is a mature audience only.
Is it?
So it's over 17, right? So you have to be over 17.
Let's
so
look
yes,
that
not
up.
for
I'll look it
fucking
up.
kids.
Let's look it up. Hold on.
It's like I'm looking at IMDb. It's where it says like what the TV rating is,
Yeah, let's look it up.
and
Hold
it's
on.
a mature audience. The
Let's see.
certification.
Let me see here. Let's take a look. Give me a sec. Where the hell is there like an official rating?
Yeah, so if you go on IMDb, right? If you go down, you're gonna see like the genre, and then you also have like the.
All right, here we go.
Right, which
Stranger
is like what it means.
Things. And this is the parental guide. Sex, nudity is mild. Violence and gore is severe. Moderate profanity. Mild alcohol. Drug smoking. Frightening and intense scenes. Severe.
Yep.
Severe. Okay. And what is the okay, so in Australia, okay, so Argentina it's 16 plus. Australia is rated M for mature, Belgium 16, Brazil 14, 18 plus for Canada, banned in China. 16 in Ecuador, 16 plus. France is 16, Germany is 16, Hong Kong is whatever the fuck this is. India is 16 plus, Indonesia 13 plus. Look at you, Indonesia. Israel is at 16, VM 14, PG 12 for Japan. Dude, Japan does not give a fuck, dude. Those people, dude,
They don't
Japan
give
be
a fuck,
wildin',
yes.
bro. Luxembourg 16, Malaysia's
wildin',
13,
yes.
Mexico's 15, Netherlands is 16. Dude, if the Netherlands is 16, I'm gonna say it's 16. I think I'm in agreement. That's a good.
But if you go down,
Not
it's like
bad.
you're gonna have USA.
15, 13. Yeah, what's the United States is mature. This is 18 plus. This is an 18 plus. No, you do not. This is not for kids. It's not for kids. Where did he get this? What was he looking at to get to this conclusion?
I have no idea, man.
Alpha Eagle is
I have no
fucking
idea.
nuts, dude. This dude is actually out of his goddamn mind. All right, here we go. Let's go.
is actually evil and the ones that must be defeated? I mean, knowing Hollywood, any of these interpretations can be valid since they...
It's not even Hollywood. It's Netflix, you idiot. It's not even Hollywood. It's owned by Netflix. This is a Netflix original series. It's not even owned by Hollywood. What are you talking about? Is he?
I don't know, man.
I almost said the R slur.
It's fine. It's like whatever.
I almost said the R slur.
It's like whatever.
Alpha
It's
Eagle.
Hollywood,
Alpha
whatever.
Eagle's real life eyes are probably more spread apart than a real life eagle's eyes. This dude's got some spacing between his eyes, judging by how he thinks, bro. It is wild.
They have came out as anti-Christian before. Now, what's worse is the things that were happening behind the scenes.
Okay.
The actor who played the gay character Will, Noah Schnapp, has claimed that finding out that his character was gay made it easier for him to also come out as gay in real life.
Okay.
Now, keep in mind that Noah Schnapp was only 12 years old when the show premiered. So
Okay.
it seems that, allegedly,
They probably were going through puberty and realized they were fucking gay. Like what is so hard about this? What is wrong with you?
How much do you bet, Amanda, that since
Maybe he was
didn't watch-
indoctrinated.
No, but how much do you bet that obviously he didn't know what the show was all about?
I wonder if I
Watch the
show.
show.
I wonder
He
if I
also
show.
knows just as much about this actor, right? Just
I wonder.
as much.
Yeah, I wonder if I showed Alpha Eagle enough porn, would Alpha Eagle become gay? What if I made him portray a gay character? Would he become gay? Is it possible? What if I showed him enough gay stuff that he just become maybe? I feel like there's no amount of me showing you gay porn that would make you gay. I'm sorry. Like if you had to act a gay character, that wouldn't make you fucking gay, you idiot. Holy crap, you're dumb.
Oh, that's what they think.
working on the show and the
being
people
gay is a
around him.
choice.
Dude, we're like 2 minutes in. We're like 3 minutes in. This is 21 minutes long, bro. We are never going to get done with this. It is so brain rotted. We're not even 2 minutes in.
Pressured Noah Schnapp to come out as gay. Now, I might be
No, it's called being accepted. People come out when they're accepted for who they are. Holy crap.
He's crazy.
totally wrong, but it seems like this kid was groomed. Now,
Oh, being accepted.
He
means
was
you're gay.
groomed.
Good. Who accepted the Alpha Eagle like as a moron? For him to come out as a moron to the world. Was he groomed into being a moron or something?
All right, here we go. Let's keep going.
I won't be surprised to find out that this kid was probably molested. Now, this is
Oh my
nothing
God,
new in
dude.
Hollywood. We hear all the time about former child actors who are molested by predators who hold high positions in Hollywood.
Mind you, situations like that, I agree, absolutely terrible. Take people like that, put them in jail. Very simple. It is not a difficult concept. They go to jail. It's that simple, right? In fact, the hashtag #MeToo movement was what helped propagate that to begin with. So yeah, I'm in perfect agreement here.
Hollywood. We've heard horror
Yeah, I want to bet
stories
that he's
from
against me too.
Oh, you know it. You
he's
know it.
against me
Yeah,
too,
because it's leftist indoctrination.
child actors like Corey Feldman, Drew Barrymore, and several others. In other terrible news from Stranger Things, the actor David Harbour got divorced from his wife after cheating on her, claiming that they were in an open marriage. Now, a lot of sin going on in that story.
If I had to guess, this probably has more to do with the fact that when you have as much money as these actors do, they tend to mess around. Why? Because they're fucking loaded and they look good. like the world is their oyster. Like, of course they end up doing, most people would end up doing stuff like this. So it's like, I don't know.
Also,
Like,
it's adults doing adult stuff. Who gives a fuck?
Exactly.
Why should I care that this
Yeah.
guy got divorced?
He got divorced.
We know who has the biggest divorce rates in the United States? Fucking Christians, dude.
Yeah.
Christians have the biggest divorce rates in the United States. So he should shut the fuck up a bit about it.
Gary, Indiana said, I'm curious if you believe grooming exists. Yes, grooming does exist.
Now, these so-called open marriages never work. This just is another story in a long line of...
Again, this is, I don't really, dude, I don't even care if it's like a fucking 0.01% success rate. I just let people be people, and then they can decide for themselves on what kind of life they want to live. And that's it. That's where I'm at with it.
But also non-open, marriages don't work that often. Actually, they fail more often than they succeed. So what is the point?
Yeah. Anyway. Oh, hi, Pepper. I think my cat's got the zoomies. Anyway, let's continue.
Evidence proving how degenerate these people working in Hollywood really are. Now, just remember that David Harbour is the actor who incited violence against Trump supporters.
Punch some people in the face!
In another...
Hold on. Alpha Eagle has this really bad habit of consistently taking people out of context. He's very good at it. He does it all the time. So we're going to find the David Harbour saying punch people in the face. We're going to look that up, okay? All right, let me see here. Let's see. I swear I'm probably going to get I'm probably going to get a copyright strict for this, but I'm going to contest it because this is fair use.
Oh my God. Wow.
Second speech.
This is unreal.
Okay, we're going to speed it up a little bit. We're going to speed it up here. Let's see. Playback speed. Get that bitch to 1.5. Here we go.
This is unreal. I'm supposed to start talking. I'm sorry, I'm sick. On behalf of this fearless and talented cast, we would like to thank, oh, it's so heavy. We'd like to thank Netflix, Sean, Matt Ross, and the amazing casting director, Carmen Cuba. And I would just like to say that in light of all that's going on in the world today, it's difficult to celebrate the already celebrated Stranger Things. But this award from you, who take your craft seriously and earnestly believe, like me, that great acting can change the world, is a call to arms from our fellow craftsmen and women to go deeper. And through our art, to battle against fear, self-centeredness, and exclusivity of our predominantly narcissistic culture, and through our craft to cultivate a more empathetic and understanding society by revealing intimate truths that serve as a forceful reminder to folks that when they feel broken and afraid and tired, they are not alone. We are united in that we are all human beings, and we are all together on this horrible, painful, joyous, exciting, and mysterious ride that is being alive. Now, as we act in the continuing narrative of Stranger Things, we 1983 Midwesterners will repel bullies. We will shelter freaks and outcasts, those who have no homes. We will get past the lies. We will hunt monsters. And when we are at a loss amidst the hypocrisy and the casual violence of certain individuals and institutions, we will, as per Chief Jim Hopper, punch some people in the face when they seek to destroy the meek and the disenfranchised and the marginalized.
Okay, do you see the problem here? Right? Like when you get the context behind it, he doesn't, he's not even arguing to punch MAGA, but of course, here we go. We got Alpha Boy over here, always taking people out of context every freaking time. All right, let's keep going. We'll see. We'll keep going.
Against Trump supporters.
Punch some people in the face.
In another story related to Stranger Things, there are rumors that actress Millie Bobby Brown has had plastic surgery, and she...
Why does that matter? Every actress...
Don't you know, Amanda?
Every
I'm going to tell
actress...
you exactly why that's wrong. No, I'm going to tell you, Amanda, why that's wrong.
Why?
In order to get plastic surgery, you need a doctor to do plastic surgery on you.
Yeah.
And do you know what most doctors that do plastic surgery are? They're Jews. And Jews killed Jesus. There you go. So it's evil. Doing plastic surgery, it's evil.
I mean,
never do that.
Again, like if you want to get surgery, like honestly, like if you're a kid and you've got parental permission, I mean, your career is literally being like to the point where you will never have to work another day in your fucking life. I'm taking that plastic surgery. Are you serious? Oh no, she had plastic surgery. Rattletrap 1000. Just subscribe, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining the Soy Boy crew. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry. I'm working on it. All right, let's continue. What is he upset about with plastic surgery?
is only 21 years old. Now, keep in mind that these are only rumors.
Oh, the
they may not
humanity.
be true. But if they are true, it just shows how sick these people in Hollywood.
They're 21. They can get plastic surgery. What is wrong with you?
Also, like, plastic surgery can mean so many things. Just saying plastic surgery doesn't tell you jack shit about exactly what they
Yeah,
did.
like what are they getting? They're
You don't know
saying that
exactly what they did.
particularly regarding a nose job and breast augmentation. Okay, who fucking cares? Let them choose if they want to get plastic surgery. Who the fuck are you, you fucking furry freak?
Well,
I'm sorry.
they're the same people that were jacking off to Pamela Anderson that also had like a big fucking boob
That,
job
mind you, right?
when she
This
was
guy,
in her 20s.
mind you, this guy is judging this person for getting plastic surgery, and he himself will not go on camera. He will not go on
because
camera.
you know
number
what
one.
Jesus said, right?
And number two, he will not debate me live. He refuses to debate me live. He'll release video after video about me. Never, ever debate me live. Never.
That's a sign of courage. That's a sign of courage and integrity, Amanda.
Calling it out, bro.
Yeah, because
Calling
just
it
like
out.
Jesus said, judge everybody. Okay? Be the first to throw the stone.
Yeah. Republican Jesus, if you will. Yeah. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's see.
Are that they will pressure even 21-year-old girls to look perfect. Now, we've seen this recently with how unhealthy Ariana Grande looks lately.
Yeah, that's very sad. And that's for sure a problem. And 100%, I empathize with girls that have body dysmorphia like this. And we try to, I would say they just need psychological attention. Just as any other profession that, you know, has a lot of attention to your body. So I would say,
but
help out Ariana Grande, right? Not, I don't know, hate on her or
you
whatever.
see, Amanda, what the problem is? The
What?
problem is that it's like when me and you know, like progressive
Empathy.
leftists, you know, we point out that there are like these unhealthy beauty standards that are being parroted, right? You know who's gonna stand against us when we're saying that? These
Right
motherfuckers,
wingers.
right?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
Alpha Eagle is going to do, oh no, that's not true. It's like women should look like that. But then again, it's like if they do plastic surgery to look exactly like they
course.
wanted them to look, oh, that's a bad thing, actually. It's like, dude, you cannot have your cake and eat it too, you dumb fuck.
Anyway, let's keep going. Let's see what we get.
To move on from the evil that Hollywood does to the good that real journalists like Nick Shirley are doing. Now, for those of you...
All right, hold on. Let's look. Hold on. Before we get into whatever the hell he's about to talk about, let's Google Nick Shirley. Because
oh no, he's the Somali guy. He's the guy that went to the Somali places and he
Nick
lied
Shirley
in, like,
is the American. Yeah, that's right. He's the American YouTuber, contenter, independent journalist, or he calls himself that. His videos alleging fraud at Somali-run child care centers in Minnesota and received 116 million views on X and prompted federal and state investigation. Okay, so here we go. Back to it.
Who don't know, Nick Shirley is the independent journalist who has
that's
shined
the
a light
motherfucker.
on the fraud that the Democrats and the Somalians are doing in Minnesota, as well as the rest of the country. Now,
And again, mind you, if you find fraud, fabulous, great. Investigate it,
Okay,
confirm
also,
it's
can I
actual
say
fraud, and
something,
move
Amanda?
on.
Something that bothers me like immensely as
What?
not an American, right? I'm not born in America. But when I hear these stupid asses just constantly saying Somalians,
Yeah.
they're Somalis. They're not Somalians, dude. They're not aliens, okay? They're Somalis. Just
Yeah.
like get the fucking English right.
That's funny. I think I've probably said Somalians before, so
No, you
it's,
actually did only say Somalis. You
Did I
actually
really?
Did only
Okay.
say Somalis.
All right, well, look
yeah,
at you.
yeah. I was
Yeah.
actually very careful.
Anyway.
now we'll be reacting to a bit of his video, and I'll put a link to his video in the description. Now let's begin.
Potentially the largest fraud scandal in U.S. history is taking place in Minnesota as
Oh, boy.
literally billions of dollars have been funneled through Somali-ran fraudulent businesses. So much fraud, it could actually almost replace the entire...
Now, I'll be honest. I already actually went over the video and we watched it live for everybody in a previous stream. And there appears to be credible evidence that there could be fraud, in which case, great. Jail, right? Very simple. Go to jail.
Oh, for sure.
Take
I'm
them,
not saying
put them in
there's
jail.
no fraud.
But at the same time, the problem I have is the insinuation that they have towards Somali citizens in Minnesota. And it's like the insinuations that have been pushed by the president have only bred further hatred towards Somali people in Minnesota. And it's like I guarantee you a majority of them aren't sitting there scamming the fucking government. Like, it's fucking stupid. Anyway, y'all.
Obviously
So,
they're not.
We've got a 1,000 subscriber special coming on Saturday. It's probably going to be sometime either in the morning or the afternoon, depending on how I'm feeling, depending on how much I drank. And it's going to be a drawing special. You are not going to want to miss this. It is going to be super fun, very engaging stuff. You're going to love it. But just be there. You're going to want to be there for Saturday. Turn on that notification bell on my YouTube channel. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Do all of that stuff. And you will see. You could also join the Discord. I let people know that I at everyone and let them know that, hey, I'm streaming. So join the Discord if you want to get notified through Discord. There's going to be 1,000 streamer special, and you're going to love this. And you're not going to really understand it until it's actually happening. And I'm telling you, it's a blast. I've done it a few times in separate situations, not for my stream, but in this situation, you guys are going to love it. You're going to have a blast. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, I thank you all for joining me for this Thursday. We do this every Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we also do it often during weekends, though I do not have a set schedule outside of the Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. But if you like what you saw, if you want to see more, if you like this kind of stuff, consider subscribe, and I appreciate y'all very much. We're going to end up the stream. Thank y'all for joining today. You have a great night.